stream.
To settle this argument, where is he?
So James Bevan in the live chat. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We have a Easter tradition that I didn't know about. This is news
we do.
to me.
We do it every year.
And she's saying that I've got to get a chocolate egg.
Gotta get an
but
egg.
I've got cake, James Bevan.
Never mind the cake.
I think that's good.
Get
I've also got
egg.
this as well, Stu.
It's goddamn Easter, for God's sake. Anyway, what else have we got? Hold up. I'm not looking at it. Wow, that's like teapot cup.
Teapot cup.
Teapot cup, I like that.
I've got tea and cake.
It's a teapot and a cup all in one. I like it in the teapot cup. Yeah, I'm impressed. Gotta say, your hair's getting long again there, Chinny. You going for the Jesus look again? Are you growing it?
No.
It's starting to get a bit long. I think you should do the Jesus look again.
I'm going for the can't be bothered to get it cut look.
I like that. But people like the Jesus cut. They did.
Well, you're not every white person then, are you? If you've got long hair.
Oh. Is that cake? That's not cake.
No. That was cheese.
That was cheese. So you got, wait a minute, hold up a second. So you got cheesecake and tea.
Yep.
I mean, it's a fairly good combo. Pity you not got biscuits. Cheese and biscuits will go together better.
Susan's in the chat.
Susan.
Hello, Susan.
Hello, SLH. There you go. I don't think mine sounded as sexy as yours. Yours sounded kind of sexy. Mine was just a bit creepy, I think. Hello, Susan. Where's Duke anyway? Is he here? Is he gone? Is he not arrived?
Is he?
What is happening? Where is he? Where is he? Ah, there he is.
Here I is.
Where have you been?
What do you mean, where have I been? For the last 2 minutes, you mean?
That's what I did, because you got don't ask on your hat. You say, where have you been? Don't ask.
So you're asking me that because the hat says don't ask?
Correct. You got there.
If the hat said ask me a question, you wouldn't ask me questions.
Exactly. I like that. Perfect.
That doesn't
I'm just
make any
doing what
sense.
your hat says, kind of.
You're doing the opposite of
I'm
what
doing
the
the
hat
opposite of what your hat says.
So if my hat said,
Yep.
don't give me $20, you would give me $20.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
Anyway, we've got an argument settled, Duke. Argument settled.
What?
You're the person to settle an argument.
Well, hang on a second. Let me record something first here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Veteran Gamers podcast is not for children. Okay. So if you're listening and you're under the age of 18, turn the show off, you piece of shit.
Stand by for pre-show banter.
Okay, we're here in the pre-show doing some banter. I got something supposed to settle a bet.
No, an argument, not a bet.
An argument. Okay, I got an argument. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said to Chinny, right, tradition is on Easter Sunday, when we record the show, we eat Easter eggs. Look, I'm showing you. You're not even looking. Easter eggs.
Cadbury Easter eggs. I got it.
Easter eggs, right? Chinny said it's not a tradition. I said it was, because I definitely remember we've eaten Easter eggs on Easter Sunday before today. And he's got cake.
Tradition for whom?
Well, for
the
us.
show, apparently.
The show. We eat eggs
for
on
all
Easter
of us?
Sunday.
I don't remember.
Well, you don't eat. You never have Easter eggs.
So I don't do it. Chinny doesn't do it, but you do it, which means it's a tradition for you.
No, Chinny has definitely had an egg before now, because I remember comparing eggs with him.
So at one point in the past, you and Chinny were both eating eggs.
Yeah, so that is a tradition once you put
which means it's a tradition.
Look, I'm trying to get the fucking egg out here. It's a nightmare. Oh, for God's sake.
You seem upset.
Well, it's how. Why is there so much packaging for a
That's
tiddly
a good question about everything.
Why is there all this packaging? A little egg.
I agree. It doesn't look like a little egg, though. It looks like a big egg.
It's reasonable.
Are you holding it up to your camera real close, or is it the size of your head?
Look, this is how big it is. It's
Hold it up next to your head.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, but his head's huge as well, Duke.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, it's a big egg. It's bigger than your hand.
It's a very...
You know, we have a tradition in our family, Stu.
It's got
yeah.
a dent now. Well, go on. What's your tradition?
And you almost did it there. We have a tradition in.
What, smashing eggs on your head?
When you break an egg, you have to smash it over your head. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, here we go.
You ready?
Nice.
There you go. Look, all broken.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah.
Job's a good one. I just did it.
Brilliant.
See?
Stuff I will deal with this summer.
Susan just had a cream egg.
Do you know, Susan? We were talking about this at work. I sort of like cream eggs, but not all the time. I could eat one. If someone went, here's a cream egg, have it. But I'm not mad on them.
I don't know.
What about you?
I've never been into Cadbury cream eggs.
They're sugar bombs, aren't they?
They are. I mean,
I've got a red velvet cake. A red velvet cake.
I have a...
What have you got?
I don't like the Cadbury cream eggs. I like their the mini eggs with the sugar coating on the outside. Those are great.
Yeah, crunchy on the outside.
Yes, well, also not the weird egg yolk sugar thing on the inside. I don't like that.
Well, that's a Cadbury's cream egg.
I like a raw egg.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I like to.
I tell you, I like M&Ms, but Hershey, who owns M&Ms or works with them or whatever, their labor practices suck lately. So
why?
I'm trying not to give my money to Hershey.
Why do Americans love M&Ms?
Yeah. Which do you
prefer?
think
it's the combination of sugary outside and.
Because when we go to America, we notice that M&Ms are like everywhere.
Well, right.
And there's
it's
all
weird.
flavors of M&Ms, and like we went into like a very small,
York, which has. Yeah, go ahead.
We in San Francisco. We went into a small Walgreens, and there was a whole wall of M&Ms.
Right, Walgreens is a corporate chain that throws the same thing everywhere. So it's like they probably have some deal with M&Ms. Like M&Ms, at this point, that brand has a certain kind of cachet that they're really capitalizing on. Like their candies have characters, and people got mad when they recently changed the outfits that those characters wore. Like that's the level you're dealing with. It's not just the candy. It's a mythology.
It's the brand association that you have.
It is the brand. It's really strong. And I don't know if I could tell you exactly why. I think, they had these, I don't know. I remember they've probably had the peanut M&Ms doing this Santa ad. And that really took off. People went nuts for that ad. And that was like 20 years ago.
Just a massive, M&Ms was just a big deal. Where in the UK, people like M&Ms. But they're not.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, SLH. Sorry, the chocolate in M&Ms is not good quality chocolate.
But not no one's chomping at the bit for M&Ms all the time. You've got like 2 flavors, maybe 3 flavors of M&Ms.
Well, there's
in America. There's like
plain.
There's chip flavor. There's cookie flavor.
Right.
There's like
well, that's the thing. But okay,
Nazi
so
flavor.
That's the thing is that if you're gonna be the CEO of M&Ms, you have to make the market share go up all the time. That's your job.
Well, that's business.
Right. So how do you make that happen when your candy is one of the best-selling candies in the whole country, in the whole world, probably? You got to try new flavors. Because they did one called Holidays. That was the M&M's brand they had Easter holidays, they had Christmas holidays, and I think it was too split from the M&M brand, so it didn't work out. But
they were too split. Have you seen how many flavors they've got?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're going nuts with it, and who knows?
Okay.
All right. Are we ready to start this video game podcast?
Pre-roll.
I'm still eating chocolate.
This cake was made by Tara's cousin.
Let's start the motherfucking show.
This chocolate's good.
This cake is beautiful.
Congratulations on the cake.
This chocolate's nice. Oh, someone's got COVID.
Oh, I didn't mute my first cough. I'm sorry. It's not a tumor. It's not COVID. All right, we ready? We're doing this?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were doing it. What's happening?
Well, I was. I just wanted to make double check.
Well, why?
Why not?
That was the sound effect.
Perfectly level flying is
an indie pick. Stew story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saving.
I shoot birds at the airport.
Everybody hates birds, right? It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
And now it's got hot new games like The Legend of Soltar.
plus it cures all diseases, dude.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat.
10 reams for the U.S. District Court. Did I happen to mention the 40 reams for the battered women's shelter? No.
Stop it.
No.
Give me that.
No.
Give it.
Hello and welcome to episode 641 of the What the Fuck Was That podcast.
I don't know.
Hey, welcome to the What the Fuck
How
Was That
we
podcast.
get new listeners, I don't know.
I'm Duke. Because
Stu.
here's how we get new listeners.
And I'm Chinny. Yeah, go on.
People hear this cavalcade of audio and they're like, there's something special going on here, man.
It's my big Springfield behind Shelbyville.
And they're like, I want to know more about this. I don't understand what's going on. It's
I don't think
weird.
that's
My
true.
ears hurt, but I think there must be something good going on behind the scenes here.
Shut up, you American.
Their ears are probably bleeding at this point.
I hope so. That's the whole idea here
There's
behind all
blood
these sounds.
dribbling out of their earlobes.
Do not give these guys things that make sounds.
In fact, they've probably turned off by this point.
I would hope
like,
so. I'm trying to
what
get people to turn off. People
the
keep coming
fuck?
back. It's like sometimes in a class, I'll be like frustrated with the students and I've been trying to be patient. I've been trying to work with them with logic and reason and like tell them why what I want is in their own long-term best interest. And eventually I'm just like, look, I'm sick of this. Y'all need to shape up. And like, that's what does it.
Can I just
And
say,
I'm
there were
like-
2 listeners on Twitch a second ago. Now there's only 1. I'm just
Good.
saying.
Yeah.
Good riddance. Who wants them? We don't need them. That's a video game thing. That makes
I think there's a
everybody smile.
reason for that.
Because they're weak. We don't want weak listeners. We want strong
Duke,
listeners who can
you wasn't-
stand the test of.
You wasn't here last week, Duke. Where
No,
Yeah,
we
I got
weren't.
2 weeks of noise and sound effects to
Yeah.
make up
That's
for.
probably what it is.
Your
Jesus.
feeble attempt, clap, clap,
Christ.
clap. Get it? Because Duke's not here, and you didn't even read my email out. Oh wait,
But
that's
you
'cause
didn't fucking send it to right.
I sent it right. Well, and also I didn't have any reception where I was. Okay, so it's time for a story, people. Let me give you a story here.
My favorite time. It's story time.
Story time.
So the Duchess has these friends. They're my friends too, but she knows them a lot better. And they have this farm area, except it's not really a farm. Anyway, so there's some land. And they had people out to. So what they do is, one of the things they do on this land is they tap the maple trees and they make syrup. So they had this gathering where they were like, this is why I was gone last week. They had this gathering where they're like, come on out, we'll have some syrup, eat some pancakes, socialize, it'll be great. And I
Does
was
this?
like, "All
Can I
right."
just ask? Does this involve putting your car keys in a bowl?
No.
Does this involve putting your dick in a tree?
Yes.
Okay,
That's how
I'm in.
you
I'm back in.
Yeah. So we get there and like it's hard to figure out where to park because the land is like, I don't know. There's like 3 driveways. Hey, it's the Duchess bringing me my wallet. Thank you, Duchess, for bringing my wallet.
Why do
Give
you
me
need
the
a
wallet.
Because I got to pay some bills.
Give
Never
me
knew
the
why
wallet.
I need my wallet.
Yeah.
And the Duchess doesn't want to give me the wallet. She wants to hold it up.
What are your bank details?
Right
just
there,
so I
the
know.
one that says Logi. What?
Hi,
What are you-
Diane.
What are your bank details?
say
Just so
hi.
I know, just so I can keep them safe for you.
So I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
What? What's the question?
Just ignore Stu. He's been
I'm
not
trying to
funny.
ignore Stu. Thank you,
Um,
Duchess. I appreciate you.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's
All right,
that
so we
wallet
went to
made
this
out
place.
of? Can I just ask?
This wallet? Oh, I'm glad you asked. This wallet
boy.
is from Green Guru. They make wallets. This wallet is made out of recycled or reused
Of course, of course.
bicycle tires.
Of course it is.
Really?
It's made out
Yeah,
of
pretty
bloody
funky.
the cow's intestine, so it's all green.
Well, that'd be cool to have a wallet made out of cows' intestines. But anyway,
I'm not sure it
so
would.
we went to this place, and there were like 3 driveways, and we're like, I don't know. And there was no place to park in one of the driveways where we were told to park. So we go, and we had to park behind someone. And I'm like, well, I'm not happy about that, because if they have to leave, then I'll be in their way. Whatever. It was fine. So then we trudge up the road a little bit to where the main gathering place is, and they put a bunch of wood down so we wouldn't get stuck in the mud walking over it. And then there's a bunch of people in a circle, and like, I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there and like, I don't know. I thought about maybe making conversation, but I don't know how to start.
Can I
always
just-
feel weird in this
I
situation.
just had.
And it's funny too. Hang on a second. The other thing is that whenever I hear people talk about like I didn't know anybody, I'm always like, I'm never in that situation. I'm always friendly. I can be extroverted and I
That
can
is
start up a
whoa,
conversation with
whoa,
anyone.
whoa. Hold up a minute here, Duke.
Yes.
That is definitely not true, right? Because we had a conversation about Secret Santa at Christmas, and you said, and I categorically say, I don't know everybody in school. I don't know people. Because
No, I
you
don't.
wanted a what do you want for Christmas? Because you didn't know them.
Yeah, I know I don't know people.
There you go.
I'm
see?
saying though, I used to think I could just start up a conversation with anyone, but it turns out I don't like doing that all the time. So when we went to
Oh.
this thing, I was just like, this is kind of awkward and weird. And my phone had no reception. Not that I was trying to look at my phone, but I wanted to send you an email for the show last week. And I sent it to the wrong address and it didn't have any signal anyway. And the dude was like, he was boiling up the tree sap. And he was like, hey, have some before we boil it. And I was like, what? And the Duchess drank some. How was it, Duchess?
It was like water. It was fine.
Yeah, it was drinking tree water.
What?
No.
It wasn't like
all right,
syrup
I don't
then,
really
so it
want to
wasn't
drink
syrupy.
tree water. No, but then they did have some of the processed syrup, and they put it on pancakes, and those were tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then
That
that
sounds
was
a bit
like
weird.
that was 10 minutes of eating the pancakes, and then the rest of the time I was
I
just
feel
like
like
all
at
right, we're in
some
this
point-
mud field.
You drink this weird stuff and then get high or
So-
something, you know.
Nobody was getting high.
So,
We
dude,
walked around a little bit.
We walked around. We saw this lovely.
Something at
were
the end of the
getting drunk.
garden.
People were getting drunk. I didn't feel like getting drunk, especially because we had to drive an hour to get out there and
It
an hour to
was
get
a-
back.
It was a maple syrup, whiskey, and expletive COVID party.
Yes, and I'm happy about saying "fuck you, COVID," and I was happy about the maple syrup. But after I had 2 pancakes, and then, yeah, we saw their lovely little cabin.
You know-
I mean, it wasn't even a cabin; it was like a room up on
Like,
stilts.
did you say that
and
to
that
them?
was
Did you say this ain't a fucking cabin? This is a room, bitches.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
And we saw a pond. That's true.
You saw some porn?
And, I mean, whatever. Like, it was fine. And the Duchess enjoyed it because she likes these folks, and she knew a bunch of people. Well, a few people there, and it was worth it to make her happy. But it was like 5 hours, and I was like, So anyway, yeah,
was
that's
it
where I was
worth
last
it?
week.
Was it
Was
worth
it worth it? Of course, it was worth it because it made the Duchess happy.
Oh, God.
I mean, why did I move out to this farm?
You're a sap.
Because it makes the Duchess happy. I'm
Oh.
a sap. I see what you did there. Yes. Thank you, Duchess.
Anyway.
But I also have a lot of awesome space for my books and things.
If
so,
you,
like, I've
um,
really benefited from this.
Well, if you drive to the woods and meet a lot of
Today.
random people in
Yeah,
Britain,
yeah.
it's a very
Yeah.
different affair.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Although
well,
the circle thing might still have happened, Chinny.
Yeah, I mean,
Just saying.
You-
Although that's a whole different thing.
whoever's last wins.
Yeah.
now SLH said, "Look how fat that wallet is." To be fair, most of what it's fat with is like cards for like my dental insurance and like this is a library card and my blood donor card and my other library card. So like it's not like I have anything worthwhile in here.
Well, let me
My
ask you a
Office
question,
Depot
Duke.
discount
Let me ask you
card,
a
which
question
I
while
never
we're talking
use, I don't
about-
think. Go
talking
ahead,
about your
ask me a
fat-
question, Stu.
Talking about your fat wallet.
Yeah.
Are you a cash or a card person?
Oh, a card all the day. I don't have any cash.
You know what's
No,
weird
I'm
in
I don't have my
America?
expired driver's license in here.
You know what's weird in America is like
Lots of things.
well,
All the
yeah, a lot
guns
of
we
things.
have.
Like, I mean, like the fact that you all still have guns, but the
fact
other
that there's
thing
any
is,
homeless people ever.
I mean, yeah, and all that sort of stuff, and your healthcare's a mess. But do you know the thing that's weird in America is how trusting you are with the card.
What do you mean?
So, if somebody takes your card away
Yes.
from your eye line,
Yes.
this is weird.
Yeah, that's dodgy as shit. That is. They're gonna.
In
clone you or
America,
something.
they take it and they go, "I ain't giving you this back till fuck knows when." Like some restaurants just
well, yeah,
take it.
I was at a meeting on Thursday night, and I wanted to start a tab because I wanted to get something to eat, and so I said, "Give me a drink, and then give me the sandwich on that card, and I'll settle up when I'm done." So they just hang on to your card.
That's
Why
so
is that a
dodgy.
problem?
That is insane.
Why?
Yeah, it is.
Why
Because-
is it insane?
Because it's really easy to clone a card.
People clone
yeah,
cards.
but then you
all the time.
know, the people who had my card are the ones who cloned.
Yeah, but like if you're
but by
handing
that
your
point, you've
card
already nicked
willy
money
nilly
off
to
you.
all these places all the time, because they don't clone it that day.
Well,
They clone it
I
months
mean,
after.
I suppose a lot of places have like fraud protection, and I've never. I don't know. I mean,
Well, I'll tell
maybe-
you what. Can I tell you what happened?
White
to
says on The
us?
Office, identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
We went to London on holiday and went to a restaurant, and the girl,
Yes.
she looked totally innocent, right? You never thought she had boo to a goose, and she went, "Oh, just
What?
take your card to do the payment."
Just
And
go
off she
past that.
disappeared. Yeah, off she disappeared
Never
with the
thought
card,
she said boo to a goose.
and then she went to like one station, which I thought was a bit
Yeah.
weird. Then she went to the other one and then did the machine thing, and then came back with it, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't. And then about a month later, someone tried to buy £4,000 worth of electronics from an island in Greece.
Well,
that-
maybe you have
that
a bunch
woman-
of criminals on your island. I
That-
don't know.
That's
and the
Australia,
train.
dude. And that
Yeah.
woman is Bette Midler, which is even weirder part of the story.
Exactly. And also a train ticket in Milan or something. It was for about 300 quid from
I tell you,
Milan to
but
somewhere
dude,
else.
that doesn't happen in England, by the way. Like, no one, you never leave your car with
They're not
anyone.
allowed. They're not
Okay.
allowed.
Weird.
But what she'd done is, it turned out what she'd done is when she went to the first station, she had a machine which she put my card in and took all the details off it, and then went and did the payments. And by that time, she'd already got everything she needed, and it took a second.
So the thing I would say is, I think it shows that businesses don't trust us. Because let's say you go to a pub and you want to have a few drinks over the course of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to give them a card while you're drinking.
No, there's an app. You just do an app. There's an app,
An
and you just buy
app?
your drinks on the app. Yeah, and they bring them to the table.
And you pay through the app.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a pub that doesn't have an app.
Yeah, but the club that I play snooker in, because usually clubs where you play snooker in, Duke, they're not very savvy. They're not trendy at all.
Right.
They're fucking absolute
local.
shit tip dives, right?
Sure.
Which is where I spend most
That's
of
what
my
I
time.
had in mind when I was talking
Yeah.
about this, not the latest
No.
Square enhanced
And like
VR
most of
clubs that
most
do
of your
anything.
drinks, you pay per drink, right? But
As you
there's-
go, you get a drink.
Yeah,
okay.
there's a
So
guy.
you can't. So
there's-
you can't just have a tab and then
yeah,
pay
there's
it
a
at the
guy.
end of your
Yeah, but
night.
there's a guy who drinks on in the snooker team, and he just
Yeah.
has a tab. He has a relationship with the
Right.
and he just
Right.
goes, just
So-
let me settle that.
Right. Put it on my tab, and then at the end of the night, he'll pay.
Well, they
his tab.
write it down. I think they write it down.
Oh, the end of the week.
Oh, of course, sure. What I'm saying is, I think businesses in the U.S. are like, you're not getting anything from us unless you give us some form of payment. So if you try to skip out, we have your card.
Yeah.
But sometimes what they do, or some place in the UK, they'll just swipe your card and take the details before you start, if they're that
Fair
bothered.
enough.
But they wouldn't keep hold of your card, though. They'd just give it a
Also,
swipe. on the
but
machine.
card,
We don't have fancy swipe, but don't run the payment software.
but like
Maybe
the
you have better
swipe,
software
the
than we do.
swipe as well. By the way, is not that often used in the UK. Like it's very
No,
rare.
barely ever now.
Like the
Well, it's
magnetic
chips with everything now.
Yeah, it's chip, but I mean, even that now.
It's
It's, I mean,
£100 minimum now.
if I no,
Yeah, you
like
can spend 100 quid on a
on
chip
your
and pin
iPhone,
now.
it's unlimited to.
Yeah, on iPhone and or Google Pay or Apple Android Pay or whatever it is. It's
If
unlimited. isn't it?
once, right, I had my wallet with me, but not my phone, and because I didn't have my phone, I thought that I couldn't pay for it because I forgot that I could pay with my card.
That is so funny.
That's how ridiculous.
What's this stuff in my
Yeah.
wallet? I was gonna say this green stuff.
I
but
get
you don't.
annoyed if I have to take my card out of my wallet. It annoys me.
Wow. See, I actually I don't want to set up payment on my phone because I could lose a phone, and I know it's unlikely that something
You've
I
got
could
to
lose
use
my
a
wallet too. I
fingerprint.
could lose the card.
Well, yeah,
But I don't know. I've
my
heard
phone
that,
has
that
to
it's
do with the
easier
Face
for
ID.
hackers to get in. But I've heard it's easier for hackers to get into your payment info through your phone than it is other ways. So I don't know. It feels.
Well, only if you let them.
My phone spontaneously combusts if anybody else touches it.
It does.
In general, I feel like the more convenient a thing is, the less secure it feels to me. Now that may not be the truth about how secure it actually is, but that's kind of how I feel about it. So I want to do the card. I want to just keep it straight.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Duke. I used to be like that about online banking. I was like, oh, that sounds a bit dodgy, all that shit. But now I don't think twice about it because it's so easy. It's just easy.
My bank.
I'm not saying it's not easy.
My bank doesn't even have a physical building.
Doesn't even have
Is
a
that
bank.
true?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
there's loads of
It's
those.
an online bank.
Wow, I never heard of that.
Yeah, there's a few of
Well,
those.
we use a credit union, which is better than a bank, but whatever.
Mm.
All right, enough with the payment podcast.
That's quite
Any
a
other
lot of
stories?
like talking. We just talked.
Yeah.
We don't normally talk that long.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we don't.
It's
I
fine.
think
Now
we should
we're
end
done
the show.
talking. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
thanks for
done.
listening, everybody.
Can I just say,
Go ahead, say.
you may have seen it on the Facebooks or the Twitters,
No.
Nope.
but I made another hefty purchase this week, and when I say hefty, I mean in physical
Yeah.
form
I
as
saw
well
that
as cost.
Gloomhaven.
Was it a
Yes. Okay, now that thing is enormous.
What-
I
what
mean,
did you
This
buy?
is the Warhammer thing.
No. This is nothing to do with Warhammer.
What
This
did
was a
well, it looks like it.
Kickstarter about 3 years ago,
Okay.
and it's called Gloomhaven, and it's rated as one of the best board games you can buy. Now, it normally retails at
No,
100
just rated. passive
And
voice.
normally retails at £135.
Yes, but you got it for the low cost of 128.
No, I got it for the low cost of 77.
Ah, dude, they
Which
might
is
as well. They should
half
have given
price,
you the money.
man. It's a bit of a bargain. But here's the rub. Okay,
It's
so
shit.
Unlike most, unlike most board games, this is a full-on RPG, right?
What's it called? Should let me find this video.
Gloomhaven.
Gloomhaven. It's a full-on RPG set in a similar world to kind of like Skyrim type of world with monsters and goblins and all that kind of shit.
What is this?
And it takes to complete the whole campaign takes about 200 hours.
Good God.
So to finish the game, it takes you 200 hours to finish it. And it's set up in 95 scenarios, right? And each one of those takes from an hour to 2 hours, depending on how experienced you are. It probably takes us longer than 2 hours.
If you're going to play this game, you need to have 2 hours set aside?
For each session, yeah, for each scenario.
Jesus.
Oh, I can't play videos of board games.
Well, that's not
because
true, dude.
YouTube shits itself.
Now you think, right? You were just saying that you need to set aside 2 hours, but that's not strictly true.
Oh.
Because it takes about 45 minutes to set it up.
Fuck me.
So you need to have 3 hours set aside in order to play this game.
No, you see, there you'd be wrong. Because
you have to sell your house.
You're really selling this, man.
It also takes about 45 minutes to break it all down when you've finished playing.
Jesus Christ.
But seriously, right? It arrived.
Oh, it's a good thing you paid $75 for this on the Kickstarter. I mean,
no, I didn't. It's been out. It was Kickstarter 3 years ago. This is just the retail version. But yeah, it arrived in this massive box, right? And then I opened the massive box, and the box inside was almost as big as the external box. It was just goddamn enormous. It's the deepest board game I've ever seen. It's just enormous, and it's rammed with stuff.
Sounds ridiculous.
But what's kind of cool though, right? There are parts. There's stuff there's like envelopes in the box. So you get all these different envelopes, which you have to open at different stages of the campaign.
And they have the BAFTA winners in them.
I've no idea. Maybe. But there may be, right, an envelope in there that you don't open for 100 hours of the game. You know what I mean? That sort of just sat up waiting.
This gives me a rash, man. Just you talking about it. I can't imagine playing this game.
Why?
See, 'cause this is the thing. Once upon a time, when friends invited us over to play games, we would go over and it would be like, hey, here's how you play Monopoly. And like they'd explain the rules for 2 minutes and then we'd play the game and everyone would get mad and we'd go home angry.
Correct.
Now
That's the
it's
one.
like, now we're going to play the 7 Wonders board game. Let me explain how it works. And we spend 20 minutes going over all the directions and the things you need to do and what you need to keep track of. And then we spend an hour with a really confusing first run because everyone's still learning how the game works. And then everyone's frustrated and sad and tired. And we're like, all right, well, I guess we're done for the night. And then they're like, well, next time we play it, it'll be better because we know how the game works.
Oh,
and then the next time we go over, 6 months later, they go, oh, we got this new game called Tree
Bling Blong.
Fort.
What happened
And then
to
let me explain
bloody
how that works.
Pie Face? Do you know what I mean?
What about Hungry Hippos?
What's wrong with Pie
Yeah,
Face?
exactly.
You know,
I'm not saying there's not a place for
bloody
new games. I'm just saying they don't need to be so
RPG this.
goddamn complicated all the time.
RPG that.
It's interesting.
Actually, I take that back. They do need to be complicated because the people who rate and evaluate these games, by and large, do nothing else. So they need all the games to be really complicated.
I
so
bet,
that
I
they'll
bet they're
captivate
massive
people
nerds,
who
and I
play
bet
them
they have
for
like
hours and hours and hours
podcasts
and hours
about
and
it
hours.
and stuff.
Now, let me ask you a question here,
That's
dude.
really nerdy.
Let me
Yeah,
ask you
go
a
ahead.
question,
Ask me a
dude.
question here, Stu.
Isn't this coming from the person who played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid?
Yeah, but Dungeons and Dragons,
That is not.
you can jump
that
in.
is a complicated game.
Yes, it is, but you don't have to learn all the rules before you start. You just make a character and you dive in. That's how you play.
But you've got to
Dungeons and
learn all
Dragons.
the rolls of the
No,
dice,
if you're
all the modifiers.
no. If you're the
stuff.
dungeon master, you have to do that. But when you start playing it, the experienced players are like, "Don't worry, make a character. We'll teach you about all the stuff as you go." That's one of the beautiful things about Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm not so sure.
Haven't
I'm
you
not
played
so
Dungeons
sure.
and Dragons?
I've played it, yeah.
So you should know, Stu, that what Duke's talking about
What
is
are you
right.
talking
Yeah, it's
about then?
complicated. Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm not
is
saying it's not
simplistic.
complicated. I'm saying that it is user friendly for a new user.
can be, but you need someone else who knows what they're doing for that to happen.
Yes, the dungeon master.
That's what he just said.
Yeah, but what if you haven't got someone who knows what they're doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, all I'm saying is when I go over to a friend's house and we play Seven Wonders, that was one of the games that I played at my friend's house. It was a very complicated affair, and the dude who knew what he was doing was like, he did it as best he could to explain it, but it's not the type of thing you can just start playing. You have to learn.
Honestly, I find game nights.
Jump right in.
I find game nights with family and friends stressful. I just think it's hard to just get everybody to shut the fuck up and listen without talking bollocks.
And you always get someone. I'm saying this because it's usually Kay, but you always
snap.
You always get someone who goes, "Oh, I don't really understand what's happening.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it."
We'll
And
just
then you
play
explain
around,
it,
and then we'll get it. Just stop fucking about.
No, I don't get it.
Actually, I played something last week. How is Sandra? Is she okay? Fuck Sandra.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck about Sandra.
Oh wow, my car lease is maturing in September of this year. All right, that's enough of all that shit.
Is this the podcast where we just do fuck all?
Yeah, why not?
Is this the Seinfeld episode?
Did you not? Whoa.
What you been playing?
We just talk over the fucking jingles now.
Just talk over it. Did you not
have
hear me
something you need to
introduce the
ask,
show?
what?
I said this is a What the Fuck is Going On podcast.
I guess so.
What you been playing?
And it's a good thing we talked about Gloomhaven because I am imagining that Stu has not actually played that game yet.
Well, how can I play it? You can play it solo, by the way. That is an option.
Well, you live with two other people. I thought
Fucking
you could play with one
As
of
if
them.
Millie and Kay are going to play this.
Oh my god! Imagine having all that.
I got this awesome game.
And you play it
Have
on
you
your
played it? No, I
own.
haven't played
You
it.
can play it on your own. You can play solo.
You
Some
can
people
play with yourself,
solo.
Stu. You have to have more confidence.
Honestly.
I believe you can play with yourself.
Honestly,
I think if you were to give it a shot, you would be really good
could
at
totally
playing
do
with
that.
yourself.
I could
Honestly.
enjoy playing with
If
Sorry,
I-
honestly, what?
if I got this game out in front of
Yeah.
the family,
Yeah.
they would laugh at me for 45 minutes,
And
Only that
meanwhile,
long.
you'd be setting up, and by the time they get done laughing, you'd
and
be
I'd
all
just
set
be
up.
about done setting it up. Yeah.
Yeah, set it up. Get it all out. Get all your little counters.
Fuck this.
Do you know what Millie said?
Go
this was
away,
Millie-
you stupid father.
No, this was Millie's comment on the game. She
I've
went,
disowned you as a father, and I'm moving.
no. She went,
I'm
"Ooh,
divorcing you.
Can I pop all
She
the
went, what?
counters out because that looks really satisfying."
Wow. The most fun part of the game is taking it
That's
out of
probably
the packaging.
that is true. That's probably true.
Getting
Yeah,
all the
well.
counters out of the cardboard.
That says a lot about the game.
I was my story time was that I went to Malvern Hills today and I almost threw up twice, but I didn't.
Why?
Oh no.
I had a sausage sandwich,
Oh, what's wrong with your? I like a
and
sausage.
then I walked around a bit and I went, I don't throw up. I'm not a big thrower upper, right? And
Right.
I'm glad to hear that.
and I just don't throw up very often, and I had this like weird feeling in like my jaw and my mouth started getting really watery,
goes a
and I
bit
was like,
you just know, don't
oh
you?
no! And I said, Tora,
You
this is
know.
bad. And there was people behind us walking like in Malvern. I was like, oh no! And I thought I was going to throw up, and then I didn't. And then on the way down, I also thought I was going to throw up, but then I didn't.
I'm
'cause
glad you didn't.
Oh,
I
I'm
suppre-
glad you didn't.
I
throw up.
suppressed it down, like my feelings, because I'm a fucking man. Okay,
Yeah, you're a fucking man.
you know what I mean? Just bury those feelings
Yeah.
down. That is the healthiest
Bury
way.
those feelings.
Speaking of being a man, I put something on my Twitter feed. Those of you who follow me, you're lucky. Everyone who doesn't follow me, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to find this. Tucker Carlson is this right-wing nutcase over here
Oh
in the
yeah,
US,
yeah.
and
I've seen him.
he's hosting some special that's coming out soon called The End of Men, about how, like gender role fluidity and feminism is making it impossible for people to be
By the
real
way,
men anymore.
Duke's also pouring out some fucking cereal while he's talking because he's a professional
No, it's Wheat
podcaster.
Thins. I'm
that
having
is
some
definitely
crackers.
what he is doing.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
crackers. Anyway, so he put the ad out for it, the End of Men, and someone retweeted it with the caption, "You guys want to see something gayer than 6 dudes creating a trailer for the next Pride Parade?" And it's just like all these guys like wrestling and drinking beer at sunset and like walking around with no shirts. And I was just like, yeah, that's a pretty gay trailer, man.
Yeah.
So just a minute. Let's just be clear. You're making a homophobic joke. Is that what's happening?
No. The guy who tweeted it was gay. The guy who tweeted it was gay. He was pointing out that Tucker Carlson is the homophobe, and he has, you know, like a lot of homophobes, he seems to be reveling in the beauty of male bodies. So it's like, whatever. I think he's trying to compensate for something, but that's neither here nor there. I actually just led a series of mini workshops in my classes about gay liberation. So we were talking all about it. And I told them about Harvey Milk and the Stonewall riots and Sarah Schulman and the Lesbian Avengers and ACT UP. And
No, Duke.
yeah, I'm down
no,
with the...
No, that's gay.
Yeah,
that's gay.
That's
oh,
gay.
man. Like on The Simpsons, you kissed a girl. That is so gay. All right, video games. Let's talk about video games. First.
I don't know.
Am I going first since I've been going?
Well, can do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been playing Skyrim.
Fuck.
Hang on. There's something new.
No, there isn't.
I know you're thinking,
There
how
never
could there
is.
be
There is
something
nothing new.
There is something new.
There's nothing new
You wanna
about
hear
a game
about it
that's
or
over
not?
10 years old.
Yeah. Go on.
It's more than, it's like 15 years old.
Exactly.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Go on.
They just released the anniversary edition, did they not?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, then. And
What's
is
new
there
about
stuff
it?
in there that wasn't in the edition that I bought?
don't know.
What
The
is
answer is
that?
yes.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
It might be an extra
Because it's stuff that
tree.
it's mods and stuff that people had made, and then Bethesda basically said like, we'll buy that.
It's
And
just
then they-
stupid Malibu Stacy with the new hat.
No, Duke, I'm not having it. If that mod already existed externally to the game, it doesn't count as something new.
Well, it was new to me.
No. If it was a mod that was available,
So we're not
before
talking
this
about
came
mods
out,
anymore.
it's
If
not
we
new.
don't, if
No.
something is a mod that we're playing, I can't talk about it.
Stop!
No, you
You can't have it.
Stu, we're talking about a fucking 15-year-old
Yeah, really, you're
game.
talking about Mass Effect. I don't want to hear your bullshit. You all have been going on for 5 weeks, an hour every week about a game that you played 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what?
So shut the fuck
it's
up.
A good game, though, isn't
Just
it?
let him
Oh, it's a
talk
good
about
game,
it.
though.
It's a good game,
At least
though,
I got content I've never played before. You're doing stuff you've done.
So what new
Anyway.
content?
No.
So here,
Whoa,
right.
No.
Oh my
That's
God.
not
Because
true.
I didn't say Rex the first
It's gonna
time.
be one of those shows.
No, it includes all
This
the
is
DLC.
Stu. Is this
and
your
I've
new
played
thing,
all of that.
Stu? Putting your fucking
Oh,
hand up to
DLC,
the
it already existed.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk about it.
for the audio listeners. For the audio
You
listeners,
sound like
Stu's new thing is putting his hand up to the webcam.
It's
All
working.
right, to stop it. Look, that's
it's
gonna
not
work.
working. It's working. When you say it's working, that means that I'm being quiet.
But the thing
That's what
is-
you're trying to do when you hold your hand to the camera. Is
He
to
says-
quiet me.
Kinda
Do I
working.
sound quiet?
It shouldn't
Yeah.
affect how annoyed it makes me, but it does annoy me more. We're having one of these shows. We're not getting on tonight.
Anyway,
No,
dude,
we're
go on.
getting
Tell
along
us
great.
about
What
the
are you
new
talking
stuff
about?
in
And besides,
Skyrim.
it doesn't matter if we're getting on or not. The point.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I gotta pay my bill. For my phone.
Go on.
But here's the point.
Yeah.
This is what people tune in for. What we have had exactly one moment from the veteran gamers decade plus of shows that anybody has ever animated, correct?
That is true.
Was that moment that someone chose to animate us talking friendly like about games
No.
that we like?
No.
No,
It was screaming and yelling and throwing things and cursing.
It was.
That's what people
That's
love to
true.
see. Why do you think reality TV is so hot? Are they sitting around going,
Exactly.
we're all friends? No. They want
I've
to see people
listened to
throwing
those
wine in each
podcasts.
other's faces.
I've listened to those podcasts where they get on with each other, and it's just boring.
No, that's not true. It can be interesting. Last week, y'all sounded
sure.
great, and y'all were being friendly and talking about stuff.
there is
and
that, I
Fraser is
suppose.
so cooperative and helpful and bullshit.
Yeah, I do like
Anyway,
Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser's a lovely
Yeah.
guy, isn't he?
By the way, speaking of exciting TV, man. Oh God, I watched this documentary about WeWork. Y'all know about that dude?
Nope.
No.
Holy shit. His company was valued at like $46 billion, and today it's worthless. Like,
wow.
it was valued at $46 billion in like 2019,
Wow.
and it didn't have anything to do with the pandemic. It was the most overvalued company in the world, and then it came crashing down to nothing.
Oh,
So
dear.
anyway, that's not video games. Skyrim, as I was saying before I was...
Was rudely interrupted.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted.
Skyrim now has fishing.
Fuck.
Are you fucking having a laugh?
I'm not, but I don't care about that because I did it once and I'm like, I don't care about this.
Wow.
But here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. Let me tell you the story. Okay, so I was near Whiterun. Now, y'all have played Skyrim, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Whiterun is the first major city you find. You can go to Riverwood, which is a tiny little town, and then you move on to Whiterun, which is the big city with Dragon's Reach. It's like lots of people, quests, things are going on. It's and it's in the center of the map. So you go back there constantly.
Yeah.
So I was wandering past Whiterun, and I came across these bandits started attacking me, and I was like, "What?" And I defended myself against the bandits, and I noticed they were wearing gold armor, and I was like, "What is this gold? I've never seen gold armor before." Now, I know what you're thinking. What you're thinking is, "Hey, Duke, wait a minute. You have that organized bandits in Skyrim mod, OBIS. Is this maybe something from that?"
That is not what I was thinking.
Well, if you were thinking that, you'd be wrong. I'm sorry, but that's not. Well, it's incorrect in any case. Yeah. It wasn't a mod. Well, here's the thing. And here's the thing. I didn't know about the fishing either until a fishing rod showed up in one of the stores. And I'm like, what is this? So here's what it is. Because I didn't buy the anniversary edition. I still have the deluxe edition, or the special edition, whatever the hell it's called.
There's not many editions. Who knows?
But here's the thing. If you have the special edition, when the anniversary edition came out, they just gave you like 5 of the things that were included in the anniversary edition just automatically in your special edition without you having to do anything. It just showed up. So I have the fishing mod and these bandits with the gold armor. They're part of this whole quest line that they threw in. And suddenly I had this new quest that I'd never done before. I was like, ooh, a new quest. And I went and I killed the bandits with the gold armor, and then I found their leader, and I killed him.
So it sounds like a very different quest to the other quest.
Oh, it's so different. It's
totally different. That is so unique.
It just blew my brain. But that's the thing. This is what's funny. It's not very different. It wouldn't take much time to make. I mean, you have to make the new armor and stuff. I don't really care about that. You would think there would be a billion trillion mods with all sorts of new quests where people, just. There's a boss of this and there's a boss of that. Those don't exist so far as I know. Like, I've played a few of them, but there really aren't as many as you would think. Because most people don't want, a quest line. I'll tell you what, for Fallout New Vegas, there was one that was like, they did it right. Because it was like this bounty system. And you had like 20 people over the course of the mod, which took you like 10 hours. To just go and fight them. And it didn't have any new weapons. It didn't have any new abilities. It didn't have any new armor. It was just interesting people for you to go kill. And it was great. I loved it. So anyway, eventually I went looking for this, the guy who was basically using both of these groups of bandits to pillage trade caravans. And I tracked him to the sewers of Solitude. And I fought him down there. And here's the funny thing about that. This is as close as you can get to a boss fight in Skyrim. While I'm playing Skyrim, while I'm adventuring around the land, I'm always picking up like Scroll of Firewall, Poison, Summon, monster to help you fight. And I always hang on to these things because in most fights, like I don't think to pull those extra resources out, and I don't like. I don't know. They're just not useful for the most part. I think to myself, okay, when I have a boss fight, then I'll use that. When I have a boss fight, then I'll pull this scroll out. When I have a boss fight, I'll apply this poison to my weapons. And then I had the boss fight, and I was just like, why do I keep dying? Why is this so hard? And at no point did I think, I should put the poison on. I should, use the scroll. I should, none of it. I'll drop the difficulty down.
Yeah.
And I did, and I defeated him, and I beat the mission. Yay! And then I was like looking through my inventory. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about the poison and the scroll and this. And
could have used
those. So I realized I should get a companion to travel with me because then I'm less likely to die during these boss fights. So
maybe
I got for those who know Skyrim, I went and got Mjol as my from Riften, Mjol the lioness. She's now my companion. We're riding around together, killing bad guys. Woohoo!
I think I only have had Lydia. And then she got killed by some snow thing, and I was like,
that's why you need the mod I have, the Skyrim Followers Overhaul mod, which allows you to set any follower you have to unkillable.
Well, do you know what happened then? I just got all my shit back off her and just left her there in the snow. Is that bad?
See, you need the mod that allows you to bury people.
That would have taken time.
Oh, says
I
the
had
man who
shit
spent
to do.
45 minutes trying to read the instruction book for a game that takes 45 minutes to set up.
I had some shit to do, man. I was busy. It was busy.
Yeah,
I was
that
busy
shit.
killing shit.
Yeah, because it's a fun game. You don't want to stop and bury people, huh?
Uh,
You said it. I got you to admit Skyrim is fun.
Yeah, it is. It's totally fun.
So that's what I have to say about
fun.
Skyrim for this week. It's fun.
Whoa,
had a
just a
new
minute.
adventure.
Whoa. Well, what's this for this week stuff? That would suggest you're going to talk about it again next week.
Well, we'll see if there's any new stuff. I think I got through all the new stuff
no.
they gave me, but
Anyway, I'm going to talk about Mass Effect 3 because that's a game.
Okay,
that
go
came out
ahead.
Recently.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing, Chinny? Are you doing in it? How are you doing? Are you finished?
I'm still playing it.
Yeah. Where are you? Whereabouts are you?
The last thing
What have you
I
done?
did was I met Jacob.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Jacob.
Have you seen Jacob?
No.
Well, I saw him.
Did you see him? Well, what was he doing?
He was just sort of chilling out,
Was he chilling?
having
Chilling?
a
Maxing and
hamburger.
relaxing.
He was just having a hamburger on a bench, taking a shit.
Burger
Oh,
on the
yeah.
bench.
No, he's at a Cerberus lab, and you go to this lab. Do you want me to? I can do it word for word. Do you want me to
Come on,
do the
do
whole
it for
scene?
word
I
for
don't
word.
think
Let's
that's
hear it.
necessary.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Word
So-
for word. I
Go
like
ahead.
this.
So this is my Commander Shepard.
This is detailed, like review.
Yo.
I like this.
Like, where's the lab? Oh, you're right, Jacob. And Jacob's like, all right, mate. Yeah, so lab is this way. By the way, I'm kind of shot up. I've got shot. No big deal. Whatever. Whoop, big whoop. And he goes, oh, yeah, you look really bad there, Jacob. You should get that looked at. Anyway, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, well, anyway, look, we abandoned Cerberus. We're no longer with Cerberus now. We're like independent, so we don't deal with that shit no more. Can't believe we were like
This is going from
Yeah.
South African to Italian or something.
Can't believe we were with those Cerberus people. They're crazy. And yeah, they're fucked up, man. And then, oh no, Cerberus are coming. We better run.
The Cerberus are everywhere, aren't they?
They're
in this
bloody
game?
crazy, those Cerberus people. Which is ironic because we used to be with them, but we're not that crazy anyway. And then you save Jacob. That's pretty much the mission. It's on the screen now.
That is the mission.
I mean, that was an actual clip from the game. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah. Do you know, I actually thought that was the real
That's how
voice
my
actor.
shepherd speaks with a black country. All right, Jacob, how you doing, mate? How you doing, cocker?
Do you know,
You
would have
alright?
been cool if you could choose the accent
Listen,
that your shepherd
I'm a
has.
fucking spectre, okay? Right, no one fuck around with me, because you don't want to fucking know. You know what I mean? Honestly, and I've just farted, so don't come near me. Yeah, so that's where I am. I'm sort of the main mission. Have you done this as the Citadel? Has anything happened to the Citadel?
The Citadel, not yet, no.
No.
Yeah,
so-
I'll be honest with you, and I did mention this last week. I've been working most of the week.
Yeah, I
We've
know
got
you've only
people
had one day
holiday.
off this week, haven't you?
So
Is that
I've
right?
and because Kay's on holiday, I didn't even play games on my one day off, really.
Yeah.
So I've played.
Life is a struggle and you hate your wife.
Wait, I don't understand how that connects to Kay being gone. She was not away. She was not there, so therefore you had all the free time in the world.
No. She was on holiday, so we went out for the day. So on the day that I was off.
I thought you meant she was away from
No, she's off.
hometown.
He had to
She's off
spend
work. She was off
time with her.
You had
too.
more obligations with the fam.
He had to
Correct.
spend
Correct.
time with her.
So I couldn't,
what a
couldn't get
weirdo.
away with it.
So
Couldn't get away.
yeah, there's a main mission where
Time with my
something
Did
happens.
you go to a mud field and suck on tree
No,
water?
luckily, God, no, I didn't. We went to Southport for the day. It was much nicer.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Chinny, go ahead.
There's a mission where something happens to the Citadel. Some shit goes down at the Citadel. So I've just done that mission.
Right.
Something's happening.
Correct. And then now I'm doing some side missions. After that, but that's the last main mission. Is that one?
Yeah.
And the thing that
Wow,
it's telling
you're
me to
well ahead.
The thing that it's telling me to do. Why? What was the last thing you did?
Oh, I can't even remember. I'm trying to remember. It's over a week ago since I last played it. I did play a little bit. I'm trying to think what day it was. I did play a little bit, but not a lot. I think it was last Sunday, maybe. And I played a bit in the afternoon, but it wasn't a lot.
Have you done the Taurian moon?
Which one's that?
Where you're on the moon with the Taurians. I don't know what else to say.
I don't think so.
Slow down.
Wait a minute. Which is that? How near the beginning is that?
It's like close. You're on a moon with all these Taurians, and the Taurians are like, fucking hell. Have you seen our planet? It's fucked.
Yeah,
right?
no, I did that. That's right near the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
No, I've done that.
Jesus.
No, the last one I totally remember is going rescuing Jack with the students.
Yeah, I've done that. But that's not a main mission. That's a side mission.
Side mission. It's a side mission.
That's a side mission, bruv.
I've done some stuff. Actually, I can probably tell you because I can boot it up now that I've got my own thing.
What was the last fucking mission you did?
I don't know. I'm just
fuck face.
Sorry,
Sorry, that was me.
I can play on cloud. Right, I'm doing this. This might fuck up my internet though.
Your internet's already fucked.
Oh, it won't let me do it because I haven't got a controller plugged in.
Fucking bother.
I can't fucking be bothered.
Huh? What do I pay you for?
Worth the hassle. It's not even fucking worth it.
What do I pay you for?
I don't know.
So have you done the bit?
Go on, say some missions.
I've just loaded up a different thing.
Yeah, go on, give us a mission.
Where you go on a mission.
Yeah.
And you haven't done. Have you done the Javik mission? He's a companion.
Oh, the Javik one.
You haven't done it.
No, I've not.
No,
done
you
that.
haven't done it. I can tell.
I haven't done no Javik
your
thing.
acting is terrible.
I know.
So this mission, the Javik mission, is DLC mission that we never did. You and I. So this is a new squad member, Javik, and he's one of the what?
One of them.
One of the people
Prometheans
that existed fucking ages ago.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, I don't know.
How does he speak? What is his accent? Is he
goes,
a Scouser?
No, he speaks like, I cannot believe that we are going to fucking live. And then he goes, where are all my friends? And you're like, you're the only one left. He's like, oh, fuck. So that's what he does. He actually does speak in an African accent. So
does he?
That's what he does.
Impressive.
And he's like, oh, no, all my friends are dead. And you're like, listen, Javik, I got fucking bigger issues than you fucking Billy Buddies being dead. All right, dickheads. And that's the mission. So that's good. I recommend doing that one.
I'll give it a go.
But it's missable. It's missable.
Well, a lot of these things aren't they, in this game?
So I do the side. The thing that fucks me off in Mass Effect 3 is that I'm going to say something about Mass Effect 3 now. That's actually serious. Okay.
Oh, come away.
I think they got a bit lazy.
What? What are you saying?
Oh my God!
How
what
could
the
you?
what?
Playing them back to back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 1 is like proof of concept. Like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're making it up. Oh shit, we did it, and it was pretty good. Right. That's Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 2 is, oh fuck, now we're gonna follow Mass Effect 1. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna add all this shit. We did it. Brilliant. Mass Effect 3 was like, let's just turn this into Gears of War and fuck, like, talking to people. You just pick up missions willy-nilly when you walk past them. Like, I need the artifact obelisk on the Sudadur planet, on the planet Globler. And that goes on your mission thing. And you're like, hang on a fucking sec. That's not my problem, right? That he's left his fucking strap-on dildo on some planet in some fuck knows where. That's not my issue. I got bigger problems. And that goes on your quest line. And then somebody goes, oh, my fucking boyfriend, he's a Krogan, and he's on the fucking planet. Please, I hope somebody speaks to him. Bam, that goes on your mission. Why? Look, I'm sad for you, but fuck you. Right? Not my problem, right? So that in Mass Effect 2, that doesn't happen. You don't pick up missions by fucking brushing past somebody.
No, you have to talk to people.
You have to talk to them. And also, there was somebody driving a forklift truck in one of the missions, and he didn't have his hands on the fucking wheel. And he was just sitting there with his hands on his knees, and it was steering itself.
What? Well, it's in the future. Maybe that's what he does, autopilot.
Right. And Elon Musk is long dead in this game, right? So I don't know.
It's advanced.
I don't know what's going on. All right, that pissed me off. And then a guy walked up to me from a room, and then I looked in the room, and there was nothing in the room. And I was like, "What? What was he doing in this room?"
He was sitting there waiting.
He was
for
masturbating in the room. That's the only answer.
He was waiting.
So it feels like to me that they got the game done. They made it feel weightier and more Gears of War like. They got from A to B, but the planet scanning was shit. But they didn't pick up a better alternative. They just went, well, if you don't like it, we won't fucking do it then. Fuck you. Right? That's what they did. Right? They didn't put in something else. They went, well, fuck you then. We're not doing that. And every time you scan, the Reapers run after you, and if you get caught, nothing happens. You just start again. So there's no point for those Reapers chasing you around the galaxy.
I don't even know why they did that.
It's so stupid.
And it's like some weird mini game with Reaper ships appearing on the map.
Because you scan, and then you scan too much, and it just goes.
Have you actually got anything from scanning? I haven't even got anything.
So when you scan stuff, you might pick up fuel, which is stupid because you've just flown all the way over there, and you go, oh, there's something here, and it's fucking fuel. It's like I just wasted more fuel getting here to get this, you stupid prick. And then when you do find something on the planet, it's like one of these artifacts, and basically these artifacts are some twat in the Citadels going, oh, I wish somebody would bring me an artifact, and then you get it, or it's like some. I know you found some fucking ship that's like towards the war effort or something like that. So if you scan a few planets, it might help you build up, because it's all about building points up for the war table. So, and then once you pass the minimum, you don't have to fucking do anything. So I'm already past that, and I haven't even finished the game, right? So I just feel like they got a little bit lazy in Mass Effect 3 with the extra shit. They did all the main stuff. They did the side quests, the big side quests. They did all that. It's still good. It's still great. It's still brilliant. But they're not. It's not as finessed as 1 and 2. Like 1 and 2 had like this like there's like, let's just shit it out the door because we need to get this done. 2 and 1, and now I'm thinking about it and talking about it out loud. Well, it kind of explains why they fucked up the ending a bit, because they rushed it. I think it just sort of feels like they just sort of shot it.
Is it that they rushed it though, or is it more that they just didn't care as much?
But the thing is,
do you know what I mean? Did they have a bit of fatigue themselves?
No, but the problem is, right, in 1 and 2, it mattered if you went good or bad.
Yeah.
Right. In 3, even if you're bad, it still builds. It doesn't build your Paragon and Renegade points. It builds up your reputation.
Yeah.
So if you do something good, it adds 2 points to your reputation. If you do something bad,
your war effort,
it goes 2 points to your reputation. So it's all bumping it all up, and the only difference is like some of it's blue and some of it's red, but it's building up the same bar. Whereas in 1 and 2, it was like, hey, you've been bad all this game, so you can't do that good thing because you're a bad person.
Well, you were bloody glowing. You'd been that bad.
So the good and bad options go away in 3. I obviously know how this ends, so I know that ultimately all these choices make no fucking difference anyway, right? Yeah. But I can see. I mean, they've sort of backed themselves in the corner anyway with this game because it's so open, but it's so ambitious and so well done up to the very last moment. I'm playing it again. I can see why so many people are pissed at it, because it is the diamond shape, isn't it? It's like you start off with all these choices, and in number 2 it gets really, really wide, and in number 3 it just closes it back down again, and you end up, you're gonna end the game, Stu, in the exact same place as me, and you've got the exact same 3 choices.
Yeah, but it was very binary, wasn't it? It was just, well, it's not binary because it wasn't 2, but it was very clear. You only had 3 things you could choose from. 3
choices in Mass Effect 3 is like, do you kill all the fucking robots? Do you kill all the fucking aliens, or do you just kill the Reapers, or something like that? I can't remember what it is, but it's like it's something like that.
I will do though when I get to that point.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still pretty fucking good. Like it's still pretty fucking.
Here's the measure, Chinny. Here's the measure for you. Is it better than Andromeda?
Yes, by a long way. And I feel
there you
like
go.
Because the mission structure and the weapons and the characters and the story and the enemies and the like the enemy characters that you meet and the dialogue options and like all this stuff is way better than Andromeda. Andromeda plays like a fucking rom-com comedy movie, and Mass Effect is like Interstellar. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like this is Interstellar. Andromeda is like the Hangover. You know, it's like, oh, we're fucking going to space. Better watch out. Like no one gives a shit in Andromeda. It's all stupid, and none of it makes any sense. Whereas this, it feels like you're on this epic journey, and like the third game just feels like they just sort of got the job done, but it's still a good job.
Yeah, job well done. But yeah, I need to get this done now. Interestingly, like I said, because I've got the EA Cloud thing, I can actually take my laptop away with me and use the cloud gaming option to play some more of this while I'm on a holiday, while Kay's asleep in bed.
Where are you going?
Whalley Bridge.
Whalley Bridge?
Which is near Buxton, so just south of Manchester. Whalley Bridge is a lovely place near the Goit Valley. It's a lovely little place.
Is there a bridge there? Oh, there is a bridge.
There is a bridge, yeah, of course.
Oh, wow.
It's a nice little place.
I fucking love a good bridge, me, Stu.
Do you like a good bridge?
I love a fucking good bridge.
Like a good bridge. So we're
I'm
going
like that
Tuesday.
woman that has sex with the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, going Tuesday.
Have you not heard of this?
Whoa.
We should just
What?
gloss
Have you not
over
heard
this
of that?
sex thing.
No, I have not heard of that.
So there is a
What are you
woman.
talking about?
There is a woman.
No, there isn't.
That
No,
got
you're making
married
this
to the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
And then,
Oh
when
God, I dread to think what
there's a
bit she
documentary
used.
crew that follows her, and she fucking sat on it with no knickers on it. She had a skirt on.
Consummates the
and
marriage.
She
Erica Aya Eiffel.
You think I'm
née
making this
Erica
shit up,
Labrie.
Duke?
I know.
Apparently-
I apologize for. She is a competitive archer. There's a Wikipedia page about her archery career.
She's fucking nuts.
And then, oh, by the way, she was in the U.S. Air Force. And then, by the way, she is the founder of OS Internationale, an organization for those who develop significant relationships with inanimate objects. She
Correct.
claims that her object relationship with Lance, her competition bow, helped her become a world-class archer.
Might be
So,
true.
when she first encountered the Eiffel Tower in 2004, she said she felt an immediate attraction. She told ABC News that she and others, quote, feel an innate connection to objects. It comes perfectly normal to us on various levels, emotional, spiritual, and also physical for some. In April 2009, the second anniversary of her marriage to the Eiffel Tower. I love how the Wikipedia article blows past that. You know, the second anniversary of her marriage. How the fuck do you marry the Eiffel Tower? Does that mean she goes up to other people who are looking at it? Hey, quit looking at my man with Tower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't actually say whether it's male or female, to be fair.
Her 20-year relationship with the Berlin Wall inspired the musical theater production Erica's Wall. Well, I guess it's not Erica's Wall because they knocked it the fuck down, didn't they? What the fuck?
People are weird.
I mean, you know what? Look, I shouldn't judge.
I do.
I can't think of how to end that sentence.
Because
what the fuck?
if
There's a
I-
whole 30 Rock episode about this where James Franco shows up with a body pillow.
Well, yeah. Well, people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
You know.
But can I just say,
List of paraphilias. I wonder what else is on the list of paraphilias. Go ahead, Stu. What were you going to say?
Susan has corrected me because she does live in the vicinity of what I thought was Whalley Bridge, but apparently it's pronounced Whaley Bridge. Whaley Bridge. Sorry.
Okay.
Bridge.
Whaley Bridge.
I cut you off. I'm sorry. You were talking about things.
Fucking a tower.
Holy crap! There's all sorts of paraphilias.
Well, of course there is.
Read them out. Read them out.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Is this a
Morphophilia. What do you think morphophilia is?
Having sex with a girder.
No. Particular body shapes or sizes. That's not really surprising. But, I mean, whatever. Melesiophilia? Oh, no, wait. That's myesophilia. It's not an L. It's an I.
I was going to say someone who's got a disease.
Myesiophilia is how you say it. Pregnant women.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, here's the best one. All right,
oh,
you
God.
ready?
Is it one?
Mashalagnia.
That's not even
It's
a
interesting
philia.
that it's not philia. I know, right? Why is it not philia?
I don't know.
Armpit fetishism.
Oh, okay. See, I know what necrophilia is. Everybody knows
Well,
that.
yeah, everyone knows that. That's a basic one.
That is the number one in philias. You know what I mean? Like that's everybody's.
Yeah, that's
you know. That walks around like owning the show. It's like,
Yeah,
everybody knows me.
Hematolagnia is
Oh,
the last
God.
one I'll read out.
Go on.
Hematolagnia. Drinking or looking at blood.
Oh, okay, that is
Excellent.
weird. Right, anyway.
So Whaley Bridge, by the way.
Whaley Bridge. It looks nice. It's in the Goyt Valley.
Now we know why people listen.
And
they want to hear more stuff like that.
Reservoirs that you can
Apparently,
walk around.
So the name Whaley appears in many 13th century documents. And also, somebody fucked the bridge. No, I'm just reading Wikipedia. I just
true. It's quite possibly
just reading
true.
the Wikipedia. William Jorrell had sex with the bridge with Edward the Black Prince. I'm just reading the Wikipedia. I don't know.
Okay.
See, Stu's like, do I believe him? Did somebody fuck the bridge?
I don't believe you.
When you stand on the bridge, Stu, just think,
Yes.
somebody might have fucked this bridge.
Someone might have fucked on the bridge, I'm guessing.
Well, under it, on it.
Or under the bridge, possibly.
They might also have.
Anyway, that's not video games. Duke, what have you been playing?
I'm sorry. We're going back to video games
Speaking
now.
of bridges, I went to Bridge North the other day.
All right, okay. Anyway, Duke, what have you? What else have you been playing?
So I played Eliza.
Oh, seriously? Is that true?
Not the one you're talking about.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
The original, the OG Eliza.
What the fuck's the OG Eliza?
The original therapist bot.
What?
You talking about?
Is it two of this game?
It's not on your list of games, Duke.
No, I know it's not. I'm talking about the
What, you've seen a real life therapist?
No. Listen to me. The game you're talking about, the one you're thinking of, the one that was made by Zachtronics.
Yes.
Is that called Eliza?
Yes.
Okay. The reason it's called Eliza is because the first ever AI therapist was called Eliza.
Oh, okay.
1996.
I can
and I chatted with that recently because I went on this kick after watching the WeWork documentary about making money with robots. It seems like that's what everyone's doing these days. Chinny makes money with robots, his drone. Lots of people are making money with robots.
So what you're saying is rather than actually play the game about this, you just did it in real life. You went.
Well, I was at school and I was doing research, so whatever. Anyway,
Skiving more like
Patrick's Polybox or Parabox.
Okay.
This game that I talked about last week.
What happened with the Eliza thing? Did something happen? What did she say?
No, it's crap. Like it just spits back whatever you say. Like it was 1996. AI was very unsophisticated.
So it didn't help you in any way then?
No.
Fair enough.
No, yeah.
Anyway, play Eliza for fuck's sake. It's a good game.
Yeah. I'll get to it right after I get done with the underwater game, whatever it's called.
Yeah, fucking that as well.
Right. I'm busy going out on dates with the Eiffel Tower. So, Patrick's Parabox. This game is getting confusing.
You think?
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm reaching these levels where, I'll tell you what, this is the sad thing. 3 times in the last 2 weeks, I was doing a level, and after 20 minutes had gone by on one level, I was like, I'm not spending any more time on this one level. I'm not getting it. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. And I had to look it up. Now, here's the thing. I'm really glad we live in an age of YouTube because you all know that one of my favorite things that was ever made on the internet is called the UHS, Universal Hint System. Once upon a time, this was the place to go for help with video games because it didn't tell you, here's what you do, here's the walkthrough. It just said, it had questions. It was like, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? So YouTube doesn't get you quite that far. At least I don't know anybody who does YouTube videos like that. But if I watch a video of one of these levels that I'm stuck on, I'll get to the part where he's on the level that I'm stuck on, and then I'll or she, and then I will pause and unpause, unpause and pause, unpause and pause, so that I just see them do the first thing. You know what I mean? And then I'll try to figure out based on and it's usually something I've done. I just didn't do the right follow up next.
Do you ever feel like, oh, I should have got that?
Oh yeah, that happened with 2 of the ones that I did. The other one, here's the thing. I'm working with for those who don't know about this game, it's a puzzle game. If you're on the audio, it is it's top down, it's 2D. You play this little pink block that moves around and pushes other blocks around. Once you have it up against the wall, you can't take it off the wall, that sort of thing. But it's recursive, so you can put boxes inside of other boxes and move them around within that bigger box. It's not a bigger box, but you go into the smaller box. It's very confusing. Well, now we have aliases. You know how in Windows, when you make a shortcut to a file,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So we're doing that now. So you'll have a blue box on the screen, and then you can go in the right side and down the bottom, but you also have an alias of that, which is light blue, which if you go in the left side of the alias, you'll come out the bottom of the actual one.
Oh,
right. Right, exactly. And it's doing my head in so much. So here's the thing. If you put the real one in the alias, no. If you put the real one in a different, no. If you put the,
It sounds like
if you put
this
the
game
real
up
one in
your
the alias,
in this game.
You can shove
you
this
put
game
the-
up your alias in a bit.
God.
no. Here's what it is. If you, oh God, it's so confusing.
Oh my
If you
God.
have you can't push the real box outside of itself. If you do that, and you can do that, but what it does is it triggers this like infinity mode, and it's basically the game telling you you've broken the game. You need to start the
Does
level.
your PC just go?
Yeah,
It kind of does. No, but the music
No,
gets
that's
all
Duke's
weird.
brain does that.
Yeah, it has a lot. This game does it constantly. But anyway, but if you push the thing out of the alias while it's inside another box, then you basically clone the thing that you're moving. And I didn't realize that would work. So I didn't even think to try it. And that was the one that got stuck. And I was like, oh, I never would have gotten that. So that I was like, the other ones, I was like, okay, in one case I was overthinking it. In the other case, I wasn't laterally moving as well as I should have. So it whatever. But here's the thing. This is now, I've got like 150 solved. And I think there's maybe 250 puzzles in the game, something like that. I've got to stop myself from doing more than one each time I play it, because you never know when there's going to be one that's going to bust your head open. And here's the other thing. I've reached a point in the game where they're not content to just give you the brain-breaking puzzles like the ones we're seeing on the screen right now. They also have these levels where it's all done with ASCII art.
Yeah.
So it's dots and numbers, and like they're big. It's very big, but you have to figure out what the codes mean, and like it'll have the number 1, and it'll be a box you can go into from the right side, but not the left side, but you can't tell that until you try it. So it's taking the whole concept and making it much more abstract. And it's really weird, and I don't really like it very much, because it's this extra level of thing you have to deal with. For some reason,
But what else are they going to do? Because the whole point of these types of games is, as you go along, it gets more and more complex.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that's beautiful about this game, is that there's different hub levels, and I think I'm on like the 8th hub level or whatever. Every hub level is variations on a theme. Wow, I haven't seen that one before. It's variations on a theme. So they introduce the one with the aliases, right? And then they give you like 3 easy levels to get used to the concept of that. And then they give you harder versions of it, and then they'll add 2 aliases instead of just 1, and then it's like, well, I'm supposed to do 2 aliases. And basically they just do a really good job of not ramping up the difficulty too hard too fast. And these ASCII levels, they just threw them in, like there's 1 per hub world or whatever. So I've only done like 3 of them, and they're not too bad. But I think they have so many creative options. This just feels like an extra little add-on. They're just, we'll just do this, whatever. So it doesn't feel integral, but it's fine. I'm not bothered by them. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, Patrick's ParaBox, I cannot say enough about how much I love this game. It's so well made. It's just beautiful. I'm so glad I got it.
So regardless of the complexity, you're still happy with it, then? You're still enjoying it?
I am still happy, because the more complex it gets, the more satisfying it is when you beat it. So every level has this sense of like, yes! And that's a very nice thing to have in a puzzle game. When you play Portal, when you finish a level that's been stumping you for a while, you're like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, but I think Portal does this really clever thing of making things look very, very complicated to begin with, But as you start to work yourself through it, you realise it's not as complex as your first fall. So therefore,
That's true. That's true in some cases here, but I mean, it's also not. So yeah, you know, maybe it's even more satisfying here because they are genuinely complex. But
I guess
it's great. I love it. I can't get enough.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a level right now.
Fair enough. You do a level
Why
right
not?
now. Right fucking now. Right. Okay. I played a new game today.
Ooh, a new game.
Because I saw this come on Game Pass last week, and I was like, oh, I need to play that. I need to play that game. And that game will be Life is Strange True Colors. Because
I see her true colors.
Which is the first.
Through.
Wow. Which is we'll get a copyright strike for that, Chinny. It was so close to the original. Wow. Which. All right, enough.
Like a rainbow.
Oh my god. Which is the first Life is Strange game that I didn't buy on release. Because I bought pretty much all of these games.
There's all boys' games now, Stu. Have you not read
bought
the
them all.
internet?
Now
they just fall.
The
from
last
the
one I
sky.
played of these wasn't actually in. It wasn't in the Life is Strange universe, which was Tell Me Why. Tell me why you played
Tell
this.
me why.
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Oh man, he beat me to it.
So you played this, Chinny. You weren't that impressed from what I can remember.
What?
But tell me why. You gave it a go. I'm sure. I
Did
remember
I?
you giving- Yes. You definitely gave this game a go. Tell me why. It's about the two twins. Or was it Duke? I'm sure it was Chinny.
I don't think I played that.
I think
I
you
don't.
did.
I think
You
you
look at the
had-
video footage of it, and I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I think you had a wet
So
dream.
one of the twins is trans, and the other one isn't.
I
And the
think
one
Duke
that's
played
trans
that.
has been somewhere.
No, I have
and
not
then
played this
comes
game.
out. Have you not played it?
This is not me. Nope.
No, this is True Colors. This isn't Tell Me Why.
Oh, True Colors video game. I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
no. Tell Me Why. I think Chinny played a bit of, not this.
Oh. Life is Strange. True Colors.
What's their next game? Fucking Kiss from a Rose.
Kiss from a Rose. But this is pretty good so far. I'm quite a way in actually.
And do
I
they
played way
know
more
what
than
it
I thought I would.
snows?
Now, what I would say is,
Do they know it's Christmas time?
Chinny, you would hate this game
It
with a
looks
passion.
ding.
And the reason why I say that is it is slow.
It's about feelings.
This is properly like,
Oh crap.
let's
Oh,
build a really
A petal from this
slow
flower has fallen.
narrative.
It's on the floor. I'll pick it up.
Acting is amazing, right? Really, really good voice acting. The
What a
script
waste.
they have got. I don't think Don't Know they've made this though. I think it's been produced by them, but I don't think they actually made the game. I think it was some of the same, possibly who did Before the Storm, the same company that did that, the same developer. But don't know for sure, but I'm almost sure it isn't Don't Nod. But it's pretty good. Now there's a couple of things that I noticed.
Is it
straight
good
away.
though?
Yes, I'm enjoying
I
it.
did it. I beat the level.
Well done. Would
Sorry.
you watch it if it was a TV show?
That's kind of what I feel like I'm doing. I feel like I'm literally
Answer the
watching
question.
a TV show. Yeah, I probably would.
If this was a
There's
TV
some
show
full-on angst.
on Netflix, would you watch it?
Her power.
But here's
can
the
I
question
just
though.
say,
Why make it a game then?
her power, right,
He's avoiding the
is
He's
she can
avoiding questions.
read.
That's her superpower.
She can read people's thoughts, basically.
Oh, so it's like
Do they
That's
show
the
up?
power.
Do they show up in the game as like their voice, but like it's got echo on it? Is that how
Yes,
they show
that's
a person's
exactly how
voice?
it shows.
See, that's
up.
bullshit. I had a student actually who wrote a story that was exactly the thing I had thought about, because he said, "I want to write a story about somebody who can read minds," and I said, "All right, how are you going to approach it?" And he said, "Well, I think that if you could read minds, it would be coming at you all the time, and it would make your head horribly noisy." And I was like, "That's
Yeah.
exactly what I thought. Write it. And he wrote it, and it was awesome. And I think any game that has people with it's their voices, but it's got some echo on it, it's bullshit. Because how are you not hearing 100 people in a restaurant going, this food sucks. I'm going to break up with her next week, but
Wow.
I'm not going to tell her that.
How weird.
Her
There
boyfriend,
is a bit-
I should have put
his
this.
brother's got a bigger dick than he does."
I
There's a
can't believe
book
I
that-
went to the restaurant
Oh
with a
my
butt
God.
plug.
Oh my
God, man, why did I go to the Eiffel Tower? That other woman already had sex with it.
What was that? What was really pleased to see the Eiffel Tower?
My beau is a better lover than this guy is. Sorry, go ahead, Stu.
There was a book written many years ago that was exactly that by a guy called Dan Simmons.
Cool.
And his wife.
Great minds think alike.
And his wife was able to block out all the noise for him.
Oh, I got you.
And then she dies, and then he's fucks because it's like the filter is gone.
See?
And I'm trying.
That's an interesting story about reading minds. What's this? Oh, someone has a dark secret. They murdered someone. I had to follow them and figure out who they killed.
And it was really, really good. I can't even remember what it was called now.
It was called The Man Who Could Read Minds.
It was called What Women Want by Mel Gibson.
I'm
it was
sure
called
it was Dan
The
Simmons.
Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
It was either Dan Simmons or Robert McCammon. But it was so good. It was a really, really good book. But it was like, you just felt sorry for this dude. Hollow Man. That's what it was called.
Starring Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, that was the...
It's the story of a university lecturer who has the ability to hear the thoughts of others. And he shares it with his dying wife, and she's like a filter to stop all the noise.
Yeah, you said that. So the game is shit then?
No, the game is really good. I like the game.
So why you've been talking about a book for fucking 10 minutes?
Because it's weird that Duke would mention that, and they're like, I've read a book exactly like that.
So like, why is it a game?
Dean Koontz. That's the schmuck who wrote that book.
No, he didn't. Dan Simmons
I know.
wrote
I'm just
He's talking
kidding.
about Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
He wrote a book that they made into a movie with Kevin Bacon called Hollow Man, where he murders
Dean
a bunch of
Koontz.
people or whatever.
The only good book he ever wrote was The Watchers.
I haven't read that, but I read his Frankenstein book, 3 pages of it, and it made me.
I prefer The Waiters. This is a much better book.
But Dean Koontz, I think Dean Koontz is one of these writers who has loads of ghost writers who write, because he seemed to release a book like every 10 seconds.
Duke is nodding while chewing.
Yeah. Anyway, this game is pretty good.
Why is it a game?
Good. I like it. Well, you choose dialogue options.
Do you really?
Very basic puzzles.
Do they make a big difference?
Honest, well, there was one section where I was getting a bit fed up, right? Because you're in this bar and he goes, "Oh, do you wait tables? Because your brother told me like you waited tables for 2 years, but you've been in some mental asylum for 2 years in reality, right?" So you lie and go, yeah, of course I can do that. And then you crap at it, right? And he did do quite a clever thing because he's like, "Oh, go and speak to all the customers, see if there's anything they want or whatever." So you wander around the bar and you talk to all the customers who all have some weird story and all have perfect teeth, by the way. Everybody in this game has got perfect
That's the
teeth.
thing.
So it doesn't take place in the UK then?
Regardless of age. Regardless of age.
No, it doesn't because they're all of average weight.
Yeah, they are.
By the way,
and that's wrong.
Hey!
That's wrong.
Also, my teeth are plenty fucked up, so I shouldn't talk.
My teeth are like glass.
My teeth are perfect, by the way.
My teeth are see-through. They're so fucked.
So anyway, they walk around the bar. You walk around the bar as her, should I say?
Yes.
And you talk to all these customers, and you go and listen to some music on it, and you play this game of like 20 questions on the jukebox. So the girl like chooses a record, and you have to guess what it is from 20 questions. Anyway, so you do all that bullshit. And then you talk to these other customers who I did first, who give you some order, right, of whatever they want to eat and drinks. And then I would talk to about 3 other people, and it was just random nonsense. Then I go back to the owner, and he's like, and I'm like, "Oh, such and such a body on this table wanted some food." So then he goes, "Oh, well, what did he want?" And then there's 4 different variations on what he could have told you. And I'm like, I can't remember. Well, I can't remember what he said he wanted. Did he want a cheeseburger with pickle or no pickle? I don't know. Or mushrooms, whatever. So I'm like, I don't really remember.
You're a chef, right, Stu?
I know. Whatever. So I go, I wasn't a waiter. So
correct answer.
So I said, I don't really remember, right? And then he goes, "We really waiting tables for 2 years?" I'm like, "You fucking stupid game, fucking trolling me." So yeah, so that
there's no other fucking game element in it. It's making you
getting...
remember an order is probably the most gamey bit of it.
It's gamey. So it's getting kind of exciting now. Some shit's going down because, right, I've done fucked up Because at the beginning of the game, you meet this little kid who's really friendly and he's like, "Hello, I love you. Never met you before, but I love you."
That'd be
You're
weird. I would
cool.
walk away
Super
from that
cool."
situation immediately.
Yeah, super cool. And then he tells you all this stuff, and he says, "I love." Right, and that, prior to this, right, I should have realized what I should have done, but then didn't, because there's a notice on the board and it said, "Warning, bombing," because you've got this. It's a mine town, right? So it's this mine town. Warning, we're going to do some explosives in the mine at 9 p.m. tonight. Don't go up near the mine because we're going to be doing some explosions. And there's like a zone where you're not allowed to go and all this stuff, right? Then in the next breath, I meet this kid who says, "I'm going to go and explore the mines because it's exciting."
Goodbye.
He was about 9.
Goodbye.
So,
see you later. Have fun.
Then your brother says, right? "Oh, what's his? I can't remember his name now. Did he tell you anything?" And I'm like, your choices are
Nah.
come clean about him wanting to go to the mine, or keep his secret to yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I kept
See
the
you later,
secret to
kid.
myself, right? And then the next thing, right, you're having some heart to heart with your brother on this veranda thing. And then the dad comes bursting onto the veranda and goes, "Have you seen?" I can't remember his name really.
Dave.
"Have you seen him? He's gone missing." Right. And then I come clean and go, "Oh, he did mention about going up to mine," and he's like,
You're a
"We've
wuss.
no time to lose. We've got to get up there quick." And then
Is this the good acting that you was talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly how it sounded.
I would have gone, "Have you seen him?" "No, I haven't seen him." "Who?"
You weren't given an option. You had to come clean.
Ah, that's so stupid.
Yeah, you had to come clean and go.
Because in my version of the game, I would have gone, "No, I haven't seen him."
Yeah.
I would have gone home and ate my fucking Easter egg.
So I done fucked up, and the kid's probably gonna die, is what I'm thinking.
Nice.
So, but I don't. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of the same. I don't know strictly what the plot is at the moment because it's just kind of random getting to know your brother again after being in the mental asylum, and it like you went like off grid, and he's been trying to track you down, kind of thing. And you've got a special power where you can read what people are thinking.
So Stu's talking about a game called Life is Strange True Colours. So for people that are listening to the show, because he's got a lot of airtime here and he's talking about this game, so let me just break it down for you,
Break it down,
audio
Chinny.
listeners, what I'm looking at.
Give it a breakdown.
Here. So if you've seen Life is Strange, it's one of these fucking boring games where nothing happens. If you haven't seen Life is Strange, just stab yourself in the eye and ignore this conversation. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, the hook with Life is Strange is each main character has some sort of weird power.
Which they do fuck all with, yeah.
Which in the first game was you could rewind time.
Which was boring.
In
Because the
second
first thing
game-
I would do if I rewind time would be fucking everything. Like, everything. Like,
in the second
I would
game-
shit on the middle of the room, rewind.
Can you
Do you know what I mean?
imagine?
What did you say, dickhead? Punch him, rewind.
Strangle some people.
Yeah.
Take their wallet and just fling the money
Smash
around.
up the room.
What's up, baby?
Rewind.
You two are weird.
I would eat cake.
Oh, you would do this too, Stu. You're just not admitting
I would not strangle someone. What is
I
the
would-
matter with you?
Well, not to death, just a
Not
little
to
bit.
death,
Oh,
just
just
a
strangle
bit.
him a little bit.
Bit of
Feel
harmless
it.
strangling.
Oh my
I would
Did you
eat
see
cake.
Primer? I just
I
want
would-
to punch him through the nose. Just one good whack. I just want to go back and make myself not do it.
I would eat cake
That would
and then
mean you've still got
rewind it.
violent tendencies.
I would
Oh, like you don't have violent tendencies.
No,
Tell me
don't
more about
help.
the game where you murdered children and blew up Fallout.
I never did that. That was Chinny.
That was me.
Yeah, okay.
But I
I've
would
never done anything like that. How dare you?
I would have a big meal and rewind it so it came out my
What
mouth.
about no Russians? What about no Russians, Stu?
I didn't do that. I never even played that game.
What about GTA 4 or 5?
What about it?
You torture the guy?
Well, you had to.
Oh, but tell me about your violent tendencies
Yeah,
some
well,
more.
you have to do it as
You
part of the bloody
hypocrite.
plot.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna have to
hypocrite.
do it.
Whatever.
This
Oh,
is
my
a
God.
person that left
Sanctimonious
poor,
Doesn't mean I
bullshit.
poor
enjoyed it.
Lydia in Skyrim for dead in the snow.
Yeah, really. Thank you.
You sick fuck. She
All
was-
I'm saying is we
she
all
was
have
alive,
these
you
tendencies.
know.
No,
Don't be
wait,
judging us
hold up
'cause
a minute
we
now.
want to strangle
Whoa.
people.
Whoa. But you're talking about strangling people if you had the power in real life, not in a video game.
Undo it to not do, but it's not really happening because then we rewind the world and it's not
well, how do
done.
you know?
What does it say on the primer poster? It
It's
says
multiverse,
what
though,
happened.
isn't
What
it?
actually happens if it works?
Yeah, but it's a multiverse, isn't
So
it?
what are the?
Yeah,
so
what
even
happens
though
if
you
it
still
works?
strangle that person in
Did
a
it
different
no.
timeline.
But it says in Primer the what people remember, the actual timeline.
Yeah, but
that's what
it's
people
wrong?
remember.
So what are the other powers of
Prove
the other?
that I did it.
What are the
Prove
other
that I did
powers
it.
of the other stupid people
So
in this game?
in the second game, it's telekinesis.
Right.
The
So that's
lad in
fucking wasted because the first
throw
thing.
something around.
What would be the first thing there? You'd be like, oh, is that fucking hammer moving across towards your head?
I think if
You'd
I
be,
had
if I had telekinesis, I would be on fucking tour making
I would
millions.
I would do stupid stuff like lift stuff up in front of someone, just for a grin, like a plate or something random.
I would, yeah, but no, I'd be on.
What's going on?
Stu, I'd be on a fucking sellout tour.
Yeah, you would.
Going, I could
Lifting
move shit with
people
my
up in the
mind.
audience. That's what you'd be doing. Like floating people across the audience.
All right, forget about Darren Brown. I'd be like fucking selling out
Yeah, you
stadiums,
would.
man.
Yeah, if you could really do it. Isn't it weird, right?
Wasted.
Isn't it weird that we have a word in the British language and probably in every language called telekinesis that doesn't exist?
That's not real. Yeah.
That's not
weird.
real.
We also have the word unicorn. We have the term Loch Ness monster. We have
Yeah, but
Bigfoot.
unicorn
we
you
have
could
a lot
have
of-
in a story, couldn't you? But telekinesis.
You could have telekinesis in a story, Stuart.
You
What are you talking about?
could, but telekinesis is used more in the context that there could be someone out there who can do this, but they can't. There isn't anyone.
Well, unicorn is used in the context of. it
Although
could
I
be a
guess we have the
unicorn
word
out there.
God, and that doesn't exist.
Ayo!
Bam.
Take that, people who believe in some
He
sort
went
of
there.
divine
Anyway, happy Easter, motherfuckers.
thing. Yeah.
Easter.
As long as we
but
can
yeah.
all agree that Jesus was definitely not white. As long as we can all,
That is
we can
totally
all
true.
just agree.
Hari Kondabolu, the comedian, had a thing about that. He said someone he made a joke about white Jesus, and someone came up to him and said, "Hey, I don't like your joke. I'm a Christian, and I thought that joke was offensive." And he goes, "Jesus was white," and he's like, "Oh, come on." And then Hari said, "Wait a minute, hang on a second, though. God is white. That's what you're claiming. But Mary is from Judea, which is in the Middle East, so clearly not white. And as any child or racist can tell you, a black man and a white man and a black woman are not going to have a white baby. And I will admit that Jesus was white if you admit that Jesus was exactly as white as Barack Obama." And in that moment, the guy's head exploded.
There you go.
He said, "I convinced him that he was so racist that he no longer believed in God."
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So anyway, yeah, Hari Kondabolu.
Anyway, by the way, talking of
he's
going
got a special
on
on
stage,
Netflix called "Warn Your Parents." Sorry,
talking of going on stage, did you hear about the magician who did magic with chocolate?
No, what about
This
him?
is going to be a bad joke. Go on.
No, it's gonna be great.
He had Twix up his sleeves.
Oh, whoops! I played the wrong button. There we go.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Yeah, Life is Strange True Colours.
It's pretty good so far, and I
It's
think
filled with
I think
dad
this
jokes.
kid's gonna die in the mines horribly. Because I fucked up and I
Yeah.
didn't tell his brother.
What are you doing
about...
playing other games, Stu?
Well, I don't know. I'm not
You're
feeling
shit, you
Mass
are.
Effect 3
You're
as much,
shit.
but I will do it. I promise I
You-
will do it. I will play it.
Honestly, you are a fucking nightmare to keep on one game.
I've been good. I've played 2 of them without getting too distracted.
I've been really good. I've played 2 of them.
I did without getting distracted.
Look, I'm not gonna make fun of you because I do the same thing.
I am.
just. Well, that's because you're an utter completionist, Chinny. There's like 3 games you've ever stopped playing ever. Most people aren't like you.
Correct.
You're a freak.
One of them is Prototype.
Oh,
Alright,
I
then.
played a bit of that.
Fucking shit game.
That's a good version.
Played a
of
bit
New
of
York,
everything,
though.
Stu. See,
That's a
I
good
think
version of
the
New York.
reason for Stu's behavior, the reason I do it is because I just get excited about different things
You're a big
constantly.
No, you're a big hippie and you won't
Well, I'm the
buy
same.
anything.
Well, sure. No, you're not, Stu. You dabble
not.
in everything because you want to be able to start talking the second someone talks about a game.
Yeah.
As soon as someone says, "I played Tiddlywinks
I know about
this
that.
weekend," you want to jump in. Yeah, I played Tiddlywinks sometime. This is lady. Blah, 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 blah,
No,
blah.
when Tiddlywinks came
That is
out,
not
Stu
true.
was like, "Have you tried Tiddlywinks Plus?"
Excuse me.
Tiddlywinks in VR is really good.
Yeah.
I invented Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks.
Just saying.
I am a-
You invented Tiddlywinks?
I am a fucking
okay.
Tiddlywink. Okay.
Tiddlywinks. I
So
invented
now he's
it.
being homophobic.
Yeah. So
I don't know what that means.
anyway, Stu, you're a fucking nightmare. You are the kid that gets distracted by the jangly keys.
Yeah, I am.
Stay on task. Stop playing Life is Strange. No one gives a fuck, right? And start playing Mass Effect.
Well, I am playing it.
Play
I'm
properly,
not playing
man.
it.
You're not
Focus
that
up.
far
Play
in.
only that. Like
Play
Chinny.
properly.
Pick
Don't
one
play
game
properly,
and do nothing
alright?
else.
Fuck about. Fucking about. Because
Play
you're not here
properly.
I
next
don't
week.
have any concern with
I
how
am
fast
here next week.
Stu
You
finishes
said you wasn't
Mass
here
Effect.
next week.
Oh, no, I'm only on holiday till Friday. I'm back on Friday.
But
He's
you
gone a
play.
lot,
Gone for
but
3 nights.
you know.
How are you going to play
I'm
Mass
gone-
Effect 3 for next week?
I'm going to be playing it on my laptop on cloud
You'll play a
gaming.
little bit.
You're not though, are you? You're
Yeah,
gonna
well,
he's
you're gonna
not.
play some other
He's
shit.
so not. Tiddlywinks in VR.
I'm going
Okay,
to try
have you
out
seen
that
that
bit
you
of
can
cloud gaming,
play?
see if it's any good.
Minesweeper.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be tallying assignments. Grades are due on Wednesday.
You're
What are
supposed
y'all
to be
distracting
podcasting,
me with your
Duke.
interesting. I am. But when you're going on and on about something I don't care about, it's easy for me to do
Oh, you
schoolwork.
see, we have to listen to
You're
you
talking
talk
about
about
things that are
fucking
interesting to
Skyrim.
me, and I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, like making fun of Stu.
Yeah.
She's got a new hat.
All right, are you done with True Colors yet, Stu?
Yeah,
Life
I'm
is
done.
wank.
Okay, great.
is great.
Chinny, what do you got?
I've been playing Mass Effect 3 like a fucking trooper.
All right. Well, I got a
Wait.
game that is not on my list, but
Here we go.
you're gonna want to hear about this. It's brand new
Oh, God.
content for
brand
No
new.
Man's Sky.
Oh, no, I've heard about this. Is this the pirate
Yes.
thing?
What?
The
Have you not,
Pirates.
Sounds
Ooh.
good. It does sound good.
Yeah.
dude,
I
why
wanna
have you
hear.
not updated
Okay.
the show notes? Like, what the fuck, man?
I'm too busy. I got things to do.
He's marking papers and
It's gonna be
fucking
chaos.
playing clips like he's
Listen,
gone
I
out
don't have
fashion.
time to play with the phone here. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done.
All right. So here's I didn't go to play No Man's Sky because I heard about this update. I found out about the update when I started playing No Man's Sky.
Outlaws.
But I was looking at my games and I was like, what haven't I played? And I saw Star Wars Fallen Jedi Odor, but I was like, I don't feel like playing that. I wanted to, and then I saw Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, and I was like, oh yeah, that game's the bollocks. I'll start that back up. And as soon as I started up, I remembered why I had stopped playing it. Because I've hit a wall in that game, and I thought about it. I hit a similar wall in the first game. I
Hold
have
on,
the
what
best
game? I
ship
thought you
in
were
the
talking
game.
about No Man's Sky. Sorry, what game is it?
I will in a second. Just
It will,
hang
it's
on.
getting
I'm
there.
building to it.
God.
All right,
I'm
okay.
telling a
Wait.
tale of
Okay.
human.
I'm just trying to kill
struggle.
the video, man.
God, just be patient.
There's a video of this podcast. Put on Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. No, I'm not going to talk about it very much. It's not worth finding. Just put some space. Put something with space.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. I have the best ship in the game. I have the best weapons. I have the best shields. I have all the maneuverability, and like my ship is basically maxed out. I think I have the best setup you can have in the game. And yet, when I go to do a mission, I'm stomped by the enemy ships. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, when you reach a certain point in the game, it becomes the Dark Souls of space combat games. Maybe I just suck. But if I've gotten this far in the game, like 15 hours in, how am I not able to kill these bad guys in Rebel Galaxy Outlaw? It's so frustrating. And I tried it like 5 times, and I'm just like, I can't suck this bad. And then I tried to, it'd been a while since I played it, so I was looking at the control scheme, and I'm like, maybe I'm forgetting to do something. And the control scheme isn't explained very well. Like, it's got this retro style controller on the screen, and it's got like things pointing to the buttons.
It's got
but it's like
a Nintendo controller on there.
It's not. It's an Xbox controller, but it's like it's got like an 8-bit screen, so it's hard to read the words. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So maybe I could start a new game and go through it and like remind myself how to play it. But then I'm like, do I really want to do that if I'm going to hit this wall again so far into it? But whatever. Anyway, so the point was, I was very frustrated. I had to take that off my favorites list. I haven't uninstalled it, but I took it off my favorites list. And then I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I played No Man's Sky. It's a great space game. I know that for a fact.
Space.
Let's see how it is these days. Maybe because the combat's never been good in No Man's Sky until now. For you see, as Stu mentioned, they have updated I don't remember what it's called, but
is it not called the
out.
Outlaws update or something? Because it is to do
Yeah,
with
something like that.
it is to do with pirates and stuff.
Yes, it is. I just want to get the name of the actual thing. Outlaws.
Yeah, it is.
Become an interstellar rebel in Update 3.85 Outlaws. Introducing Outlaw systems, the ability to recruit your own squadron of pilots, improved space combat, a stunning solar sail starship, and much more. So here's what I thought of when I read that sentence about the release. Outlaw systems. Okay, that might be good. The ability to recruit your own squadron of pilots. I'm a lone wolf, baby. Improved space combat. Yeah! Stunning solar sail starship. Who cares? And much more. And the much more is probably different monsters and stuff. The point is, the space combat is much improved. I am loving the space combat now. And I went around and did some missions because this game does not make it easy to figure out how you do the new stuff in the new update. So I was like, well, where do I go? And I did a search for like, how do you start up Outlaws? And it was like everything you know, there's all these websites that have like whatever you're looking for. They've got boilerplate articles and they all, 20 of them all read the same. It's
so
like
you're interested in No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a video game that was released at some point in the 21st century.
Exactly. And when it talks about the new update, all they do is they copy the goddamn text from the release log and they just put it on their website. It's like gamefun.com. Here's all you need to know about it.
Clickbait, man. Clickbait.
That's bullshit. I know, and I hate it. So here's the thing. I was like, I'll do these other missions where you have to like ferry packages and you're careful, you might get hit by pirates. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get hit by pirates. Bring it on. I want to try this new combat. So I did one of those missions and the pirates attacked and I was like, yeah, bring it, motherfucker. And again, it had been a while since I played it, so I didn't remember how the combat worked, but nevertheless, it was still fun and pretty intuitive and I got the hang of it again. And then as soon as I got done, I was like, oh wait, I forgot I have rockets. Yeah. So anyway, the next time I fight will be even better because there will be.
Well, you can also apparently you can use like tractor beams and stuff and like affect the engines on other ships and all sorts.
I don't know about that yet, but here's the
thing:
thing.
all sorts of crazy stuff.
I'm sure you can. So after an hour of playing the game, and I'd done something where I was supposed to be farming, and I had to go feed monsters food pellets and then follow them around until they pooped and pick up their poop. And this has nothing to do with the new update. But anyway, that was something in my quest log. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wanted to do that once upon a time. So I was like, how do you farm in this game? Oh, you got to pick up poop. Okay, well, I'm done with this part of the game. Anyway, yeah, so I was flying around. And then after an hour, I got this signal on my intercom system. New message coming in. I'm like, ooh, what's that? And it came in and it said, don't trust them. Come find us. Nice. And I was like, what? And it said, pirate quest line started. And I was like, yeah. So that's what they do is they don't tell you how to start it. You just play it and then someone will find you.
It suddenly happens.
Exactly. And I realized that's how it happens with everything. When they introduce the settlements. Yeah, exactly. When I introduced the settlements a while back, like I was like, how do you find settlements? And then like I just got a message that was like, we need your help. Come find us. And it was like, go find the settlement. I'm like, oh, that's it. That's the settlements. Turns out the settlements are stupid, but
so do you feel like a pirate is the question?
Well, but I haven't even started. I got it, and then it was time for me to start doing this show. So it's your fault that I don't know more about this game.
Next week, I guess we'll find out.
Maybe, if I still feel like playing space games, but maybe I'll be back to Skyrim
instead.
Well, I don't know when I'm going to feel like swimming around the ocean game.
Well, maybe one
Because
day.
that's the thing. I was talking about science. This is so weird how my brain works, but it's true. I was talking to my students about a literary birthday. Every day I talk about a literary birthday. And there was some science fiction writer. And I looked at the cover of one of his books, and I was like, that makes me want to play a game where you fly a starship and kill things. So I went home and played Rebel Galaxy Outlaw.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm so fickle like that. Someone mentions country music, and I'm like, ooh, Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2. By the way, I think it's time.
Waterworld.
Waterworld,
that's a bad story.
I like Waterworld.
That movie sucked.
It's a good movie.
No, it's not.
It's good.
What's it on Metacritic?
I watched
3 stars on IMDb.
There you go.
I watched.
It's better.
That's not a good rating. 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, dude. You said it's a good movie. It's not a good movie.
I liked it.
I watched
56% on Metacritic.
See,
everybody hates it.
I watched.
What's I?
Battle Royale.
Oh, the original is so
yeah, that's
good.
a good movie.
It's fucking amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you know that the girl who's in Battle Royale,
Kill Bill.
that's where Kill Bill, where Quentin Tarantino saw her and was like,
Did you know that all the actors didn't have stunt doubles, so they had to do all their own stunts.
Yeah, it's such a good film. So good.
Did you know that the movie wasn't released in America because of Columbine?
No, I didn't know that. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading that at the time. Costner this is one of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Kevin Costner is totally humorless and as dreary as the landscape he travels, and the uninspired and often inane dialogue doesn't help. That's right.
Here's another bit of trivia for you, Chinny, about Battle Royale. Did you know that Suzanne Collins fucking copied that story for the Hunger Games?
Did you know they were making a remake? Sorry, they were doing an American version of Battle Royale. And it took so long that the Hunger Games came out, and then they didn't bother.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't, would they?
I did not know that.
Yeah, because they cancelled, because they were like, we want to make it. Got passed around. Hollywood was like, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, but I've got other shit going on. And then Hunger Games came out. It was like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, this is the best review of Waterworld, and then I'll shut up about Waterworld.
Okay.
Waterworld has the epic scale, the grandeur, the towering oceanic shots, the boisterous score, and the vast, expensive sets. It just has no soul. That's right.
I liked it. I can only say I liked it. Horses for courses.
Well, then you also have no soul.
I was thinking about this. I know we're going off track, but I thought for a change we'll go off track.
No, yeah, we never do that.
So like, like sporting trophies. People where they actually go for a tournament and they win something, right?
Yeah.
That's like, they've earned that. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever happens, they've earned it. Like, awards where it's just some judges that no one cares about pick something are just shit. Because, like, it's people that win these Oscars and stuff, like, Leo should have won an Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street. He didn't. Matthew McConaughey won it.
What else was up that year?
Matthew McConaughey won for Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh, he did a good job in that movie.
But like, there's an article here, like movies that should have won like an Oscar. E.T. never won an Oscar.
Oh, such a good.
Martin Scorsese doesn't have an Oscar. Like, for example,
that is ridiculous, isn't it?
So it's like,
well, someone just won their first one recently. I don't remember who it was that needed to have one that they just got it. Anyway, go on. Mahershala Ali.
Goodfellas. Goodfellas didn't win an Oscar.
No, it was Martin Scorsese.
It lost to Dances with Wolves.
Oh, wow, that's
See, Kevin Costner, he makes good movies.
Silence of the Lambs didn't win.
That's mental.
What was that up against?
Schindler's List didn't win.
No, that's not true. I don't buy that for a second.
Or did it?
I think Schindler's List definitely won.
I don't think it did.
It was nominated for 12 Academy Awards and won 7. You liar.
Oh,
You're just randomly saying movies.
Hey, did you know
did you think that was the case, or were you trying to catch us out, Chinny?
No, I thought that was the case.
Gone with the Wind didn't win anything.
Yeah, it did.
Casablanca, that won nothing.
The American Film Institute listed Schindler's List as 8th on its list of 100 best American films of all time. I wonder what was ahead of it.
I'll tell you what probably didn't win an Oscars that definitely deserved one.
Singing in the Rain? Are you kidding me? Schindler's List is a better movie than Singing in the Rain, and I've never even seen Singing in the Rain.
The Shawshank Redemption, I doubt that won anything.
It's a great movie.
And it's a fucking amazing movie.
It is.
One of Stephen King's best ever written novellas, is that?
And it's true, and it's so close. They were so faithful to the text.
Oh yeah, I love it. Well, apart from the fact that the books, there's about 7 different governors because it's based over so many years, and they all come in and out. But yeah, other than that, it's more or less identical.
They trimmed out that part because it's irrelevant. But
yeah.
Accolades: Shawshank, nominated for 7 Academy Awards, the most for a Stephen King adaptation. It did not win in any category.
No, didn't win. And also, did you know this? Stephen King was besties with Frank Darabont, and he sold the rights to make the movie for $1. He gave him.
That's like Trading Places.
Wow, this is offensive. See, because you know what? I'm sorry. What did you say? E.T. lost to, or there was some other movie that
We've
Goodfellas?
no
Oh yeah,
idea.
Goodfellas. You said lost to, or whatever it was that lost to
Dancing with
Dances
Wolves.
with Wolves.
Dancing with the
Right,
Wolves.
that makes sense to me because Hollywood is up its own butt about the story about genocide of Native people. But Shawshank Redemption, guess what it lost to?
I have not a clue because it's so old, that film.
You've probably seen it.
Oh, probably will have done.
It's a movie. Speaking of movies that happen over the course of many years, it's a movie that is that. Maybe someone in the chat can get this.
Hold
I
on.
have
So
no
what
idea.
should it? Shawshank Redemption lost to this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. The movie it lost
What
to.
movie won the Best Picture in 1995?
Oh, I know. Oh, no, I
Over
don't.
Sha-
I was just going to say
over-
Jurassic Park because that
That's
came out.
94.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because we went to see something and it was sold out, and the Shawshank Redemption was on, and I said to Kay, "I've read this; it's really good. We should go and watch that." And she had no idea what it was.
Well, you were right.
That's how we came about to watch it, and it was like amazing.
Yeah, you're right, Bongo Bits. Avatar is the remake of Dances with Wolves, and it was the remake of Pocahontas. And I mean, Dances with Wolves is not a new story by itself.
No, I have no idea. Go on, give us another clue.
Another clue.
Yeah, I love
it's-
Bongo. Don't you love Bongo?
I
It
love
seems like
Bongo.
forever since I've seen him.
Hi, Bongo.
I
It's
saw him last
got-
year,
Let's
so,
see.
yeah.
Come on,
Shirley
some sort of-
No, not Shirley MacLaine. I can't remember who else is in it. I don't want to give you. If I tell you the star, it'll give it away too easily.
Not necessarily.
Well.
Is it what genre of movie is it?
My Kelty Williamson's in it, and Sally Field.
Oh yeah, Mackenzie Williams. Oh yeah, I know both of that. Well,
See?
Sally Field.
I got a
also,
fucking clue though.
That does means nothing.
Oh man. Okay. Well, if that doesn't give it away. Gary Sinise. Really?
He's been in quite a lot of stuff.
Well, he's best known for this role.
He is.
Robin Wright is also in it.
Robin Wright?
I don't know.
No
Tom
idea.
Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, Philadelphia.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, Forrest
Gump beat Shawshank Redemption. That's offensive. That's
Yeah,
some
it is.
bullshit right there, man. Holy shit.
It's a good film though.
It's a good film, but it's not a great film. It's certainly not on the scale of Shawshank.
No, it isn't. Well, put it this way, Duke. If you look up all these lists of top 100 movies of all time, I'll bet you that
Shawshank's
Forrest
always
Gump
up
is
there.
Is number one usually, but I bet I bet Forrest Gump's a lot
not in the
further
AFI,
down the
but-
list.
I've watched Forrest Gump
Yeah,
more than I've watched
sure.
Shawshank though.
Have you? I've only ever seen Forrest Gump once.
Well, the other movie that's on here that I actually, okay, so I have seen Forrest Gump like twice or 3 times maybe. It's good, but it's not great.
I love
I've
it.
seen Shawshank like 10 times.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
love
Pulp
Shawshank.
Fiction probably 20 times.
Yeah, what a
But the
film.
movie I've seen most that was nominated for Best Picture that year, I've never seen 4 Weddings and a Funeral, so I couldn't tell you. But the movie I've seen the most is Quiz Show. I am obsessed with that movie. Oh my God.
Show?
I just can't get enough of it. Yeah, it's about these rigged game shows from the 50s. It's so good.
American Psycho never won an Oscar. It's a Wonderful Life never won an Oscar.
Do you know American Psycho? If you read the book, it is nothing like the book.
Yeah, whatever.
It's
The Good, the
it's
Bad,
not
the Ugly
great.
never won an Oscar. Halloween, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? The
Halloween,
Shining
who
never won an
cares?
Oscar.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought
Psycho.
Halloween would win it.
Psycho never.
Psycho is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, I think we've done enough work with movies.
Anyway, by the way, we
Who would have a podcast about movies? That's ridiculous. Hey, hey, Anthony.
Yeah, we've got
Antonio,
emails.
whatever his name is.
Emails.
Yeah. Is that it? We done with video games?
The Big
Yeah, we've done- Did I
Lebowski
talk
never
about
won an
nominations?
Oscar.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Primer never won an Oscar?
Whoa, that ruled.
Polybius never won Game of the Year either, which is fucked up.
Yeah, who knew
Hi,
that?
Antonio.
Anyway. Right, are you ready for some emails?
No.
I am ready.
Right, here's the first one. It's from James Rice.
What up, James?
And he says, welly waggling. We all love a bit of welly waggling.
Yeah.
Ricey.
Okay.
Kiss.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Thank
that
you.
one. Right, next
Yes.
one is from...
Well, is that it? That's the
Yeah,
whole
that's it.
email.
That's
Okay.
the whole email. Tim Wilson sends the next one, and he says, code
Hi,
word,
Tim.
welly waggling.
Correct. Well done,
Yeah,
you
that's it.
passed.
That's it.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay,
Right,
never mind,
next
sorry.
one. Here we go.
Right.
I like this. Is
We
my
finally
favorite.
figured out how to get people to send us emails, and the emails are
I know, yeah.
bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Next one's from Kieran Donald,
Yeah.
and he says, "Welly waggling. That is all. Keep up the good work, guys."
Thank you, Kieran.
You need to put a question there and be like, answer this question, and then we have something to talk about.
No, see, Duke, you fucked up again here because you're asking too much, right?
I'm not asking too much. I'm asking you to put up a random question.
No.
What'd you have for breakfast today? Like, that's not...
Next one is from Andrew Azopardi, which is a fucking great name, by the way.
Yes.
Andrew Azopardi. And he hasn't even put anything in the body.
He put it in the subject line, dude.
The subject line is welly waggling.
This is how fucking lazy Andrew was.
Like, I think people are thinking it's a contest, and if they get their email in first, then they win.
Andrew, it's not a contest. You did fuck all, and you know what? You win the award for doing the bare fucking minimum, Andrew. Respect.
Nuh-uh. They could just put a W and be like, that's close enough. That would be even less.
WW. That would be the
WW. Anyway, here's my favorite out of all. This is the last one, by the way, but my favorite out of all of them. He's entitled, of course, Welly Waggling, and then he says, "Where the fuck is my list of games covered, you lazy bastards? Totally unacceptable."
Yeah.
That is something people expect from the show notes in a podcast.
We've just got an email just in this second.
You win the prize for the best one.
Who's Justin?
We've got an email that's just come in just this second.
Have we? Have we got another one?
It's from Robin R. Tate, and it just says bullshit.
There you go. There you go.
We do have
Thank you, Robin.
an email from Jason though. Stu.
Yeah, no, I know we've got others. I thought I'll do all the waggling.
Get the welly waggling out
I
of the
thought I'll
way.
get all the welly waggling ones out of the way first because, like,
oh, now he's getting deep.
We got one from Pilch. Did you read the one from?
Yeah, we have got a Pilch Reed one.
It says, "Waggle your own welly."
Waggle your own welly.
Yeah.
Well, who reads this? But waggle your own welly. But what's interesting about Pilch is, and this is rather appropriate. It came up as, "Be careful with this message. Gmail could not verify that it actually came from live.co.uk. Avoid clicking links, downloading the attachment, or replying with personal information." He thought Pilch was spam.
Yeah.
Basically.
Which it was.
Pilch.
Yeah, Pilch is spam. So that's all the way. We have got an actual email, though, from Jason. And
The answer to his first question is fucked. Go on.
Yeah, that magic, lads. It's magic. It says, "Hey, veterans.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm a little curious how the housing market is in your areas compared to the States."
It's fucked. I've already answered that question.
Your area to Duke. They are selling shacks for $350,000 and up around here. It's because
bubble.
all of America, except Duke, is moving deep in the heart. So what's it like around where you are, Duke? Is it fucked?
Yeah, well, I mean, in the city near us, you know, it's crazy. The housing is a bubble everywhere right now. And speculators are driving the housing up more and more. And these big companies are there is housing, but these enormous companies are coming in and buying it up in order to rent it. So houses that should be available for human beings to buy and live in is not available because these enormous companies are coming in and snatching it up, which also drives the prices of the other houses that are available. They have to go up to compete with the prices that the fucking real estate developers.
Do you know what's
up.
becoming
so
a bit
annoying.
of a problem in the UK?
But your government's probably going to do something about it, whereas our government's like,
You
can do whatever you want.
No, they make
Unless
too
you want
much.
to get an abortion.
They make too much money on it, Duke. So
Yeah,
they
they don't give a shit.
I bet it's worse here.
But what's becoming a bit of a problem in the UK is Airbnb is a problem.
Yeah, sure.
Because what's happening is
Not where I live. No one wants to stay
not
where I
where
live.
you're living, but in Cornwall especially, and all those sorts of holiday type places, people buying up all these properties to rent out an Airbnb. But then in the winter, there's nobody there supporting the local economy because half of the houses haven't got anyone in them. So there's no one using the local shops or the local pubs or anything like that.
And this is
no one
why
lives there permanently.
it's not really a sharing economy so much as it is an end run around regulations. Because what that sort of thing used to happen all the time, Stuart. It was just that it was called a hotel, and there were certain things you had to do if you ran a hotel. Now with Airbnb, it's like, well, I have an extra room and I just want to rent it out sometimes. That's fine. That's not what's going on for the most part. Most of what Airbnb does is it gives people an end run around the hotel regulations. It's fucking bullshit. These companies need to be destroyed.
Well,
I have found some nice Airbnbs though.
I'd agree with you there, but I'm stopping in one on Tuesday, so I can't agree with you.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, well, it's like Bitcoin is causing the destruction of the planet. Well, but some people are making money off it. I just found out that the reason all my comedians have disappeared off my Spotify waving my phone at the camera. Is that no? Bongo asked in the chat. I have houses that I rent. I'm making money for my family. Is this a problem? Not necessarily.
Yes,
as long as you're not destroying the local housing market,
It's
which
a
I
local
imagine you're
economy
not.
that's a problem.
It's an economy of scale. It's an economy of scale. If you have 10,000 houses that you rent and they're empty half the year, then it's a problem. It's not renting in and of itself that's the problem. It's, again, people doing an end run around the way that an economy is supposed to function. Anyway, I found out that all the comedy that I like half of the albums from all my favorite comedians are just gone off of Spotify. Turns out there's some beef between Spotify and the company that represents a lot of comics. So Spotify has just yanked all the comedy off of their service.
No, by the way, can I just clarify with Bongos where he says I have houses that I rent? Is that a problem? If you're renting them to people who live in them like they would live in a house that they bought, then that's fine. It's more if you're renting them for holiday lets that causes issues.
Well, and if you're only renting them for holiday lets, and if you're just doing it in such a way that makes half the town a ghost town,
exactly, during the winter,
half the year, which is probably not what you're doing. So it's a different game. That
if anybody wants to
rent,
go to Wolverhampton for their holidays.
I can still get Joe Rogan. That's true, Bongo. Yeah, nobody wants to go to Wolverhampton. Gotcha.
We've got single glazed windows, double glazed.
No, then they haven't even fucking got double glazing in hotels in Wolverhampton. You're screwed.
I was just reading about someone from Wolverhampton. Why was I reading about someone from Wolverhampton?
Who knows? Anyway, there's more to this email.
Go ahead, keep going.
Anyway, last week on the show, Chinny was referring to back in the day when games were more special.
10 years ago.
I don't think. I'm sorry. I think there aren't.
12 years.
I think there aren't as many because of the game streaming and shovelware.
I think that the AAA games are too expensive, and there's a question of shovel. I wouldn't call it shovelware. I would say sport for choiceware, because there are good games out there like Tunic and Maneater and all these things on Game Pass, and you're like, but there's too fucking much. There's too much. So fuck them, and you play them anyway, and you didn't pay for them, so they have no value to you. So you just put them down, and then you end up fucking playing Rocket League and having a wank anyway.
Well, here's the thing, Chinny, right? It's funny you should say that. It's funny you should say that, because I had a look at Life is Strange True Colors on Steam to see what people thought about it, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think it is to buy Life is Strange True Colors on Steam?
$25.
Yeah.
$25, yeah. That would seem about right.
£12.
£12. $49.95. This game on Steam is 50 quid.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
like, what is going on?
Did you buy it?
No, did I? Fuck, it's on Game Pass.
Oh.
But I'm like,
$60 in the US.
I'm like, fucking. I mean, this is not a AAA. It's a great
I'm
game.
Not, see, look, the thing is, like,
but this does not command the £50 price tag. Not at all.
What Microsoft have done is correct. Like, do a monthly service subscription for video games, because that's the way the world is.
Yeah.
But the problem, the fallout from that is that
Fallout
games feel more disposable. They don't have this tangible like attachment to them when you play them. You don't like, I bought that with my money. I don't want to pay it.
Do you know what though, Chinny? Right, you say that, but if this wasn't on Game Pass and I went on Steam and it's like 25 quid, I'd have probably gone, yeah, I'll pay that, or even up to 30 at a push, because I
back
quite
in the
like
day.
the Life is,
back in the day.
But even now, I quite like the sort of Life is Strange games.
And to be fair, like I mean, AAA games have been, I feel like they've been at the $60 level for quite a while.
Yeah, but this isn't a AAA game.
No, but hey, we'll
Life
get to
is
that in a
Strange
second.
is not a
Wait, we'll
AAA
get to that in
game.
a second. Wait, we'll get to that in a second. My point is that if game prices kept up with inflation, they
It'd be
would
way
be
more expensive.
more now.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're overpriced, I don't know if that holds up, Chinny. The fact that there's a glut of games, that's a different matter. And I agree with you there. And I think that's, I don't think that I'm not playing AAA games for that reason. I think what I'm doing for me is that I'm spending my time with smaller games. Like, there's more variety out now, so I'd rather play a game that really gets me, like Patrick's ParaBox, than, play the latest, whatever. Now, as for Life is Strange, let me ask you this question, Stu, because I think if we're going to be fair about it, we ought to step back a little bit and define our terms. You say it's not a AAA game. Well, let's think about it though. What does a AAA game? What does it mean for something to be a AAA game? There's no one genre, right?
No, but I think you've got to look at the cost of production. So how much it costs to develop,
Why does that matter?
How big the team is, because it's all relative, isn't it? If a game costs you, I don't know, $50 million to produce, or a game like Life is Strange that maybe costs you, I don't know.
So you're willing to pay $60 for a game if you know it costs a lot of money to make?
Well, it's got to be good as well.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. It has to be good, fun to play. The graphics have to be really good. Production values, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So my point is, maybe they can do all that with a smaller team. The graphics look great in this game. People are talking about how amazing the story is in the reviews. I assume it's, 20 hours, 30 hours?
No idea, because this is the first one that's not episodic.
How long to be
You need to have a look how to play, I suppose.
I mean, is that a question in a AAA game? I assume, we wouldn't put Inside as a AAA game because it's only, 3 hours or something?
No, but it's a highly, high quality game.
It is. I'm not.
It's an indie game,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah,
okay, so according to this, main story is 10 hours, which I think a AAA game at this point we can expect more than 10 hours.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that in itself is necessarily a definer.
I don't know how you justify. That Bongo's put it the best. Worth is relative.
Of course, worth is relative. I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about what game is worth $60. It seems to me like this game ticks a lot of those boxes.
I don't know, but it just seems a lot of money.
But about your little rant about inflation and game prices and stuff. Let me fuck that one right up, because
go ahead.
Go on, good blow it up, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
right. Don't worry, I got him. Don't worry, Stu. I got him.
I can blow it right up.
The game prices were $60 when the Super Nintendo came out, because they cost so much to produce, because there was a cartridge and packaging. Game prices came down when they moved to CDs, because it was cheaper to manufacture CDs and distribute them. Now you could argue it's even fucking cheaper to distribute games because they don't have to get off the fucking off. But also,
the making
PlayStation have just turned the prices up on their games, so they're now $70. So they're less inclined to push it out on a streaming system. So if you look at it like that, games have kind of gone this level down and back up again. Over the course of 30 years. Anyway, we all know that snooker's the best game in the world. So, would you play? I think it's pay £100 to play a round of snooker with a pro.
Well, he said once upon a. Didn't you say a few weeks ago that you would?
You could have done.
Because he paid to see him, or his friend paid for him to see him.
I guess so. Yeah, my friend paid. This was like 250 quid to play Ronnie at some point, I don't know. But I just think that because we don't buy them, there's less attachment to them, and there's that, and also the industry is adjusting to, okay, now that games don't have as much value to people anymore, how do we get them to stick? How do we get people? Yeah, because all Microsoft care about is getting you to pay that £10 a month. That's all they care about. I don't give a fuck about.
But here's a question I put to you, Chinny, about this. When I asked you both how much do you think it is on Steam, neither of you went anywhere near £50.
Yeah, but that's probably them trying to be AAA. Do you know what I mean?
But they're not.
No, but you're looking at it from a consumer point of view, but from their point of view, it's like, we can charge this now because we've earned it. We can do that now. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do. But Microsoft cares about just paying £10 a month, just stay on the platform. Fuck that game, play this. Who gives a shit? Just keep playing them. The developers are the ones that are struggling because you play their game, you move on. Tunic is this brilliant game that's been made by one guy for fucking 5 years or whatever. People play it for 2 months or a month, and then they move on. There was a game recently that was in the news for making the wrong decision, right? So you might be interested in this, Duke. Abe's Odyssey, the game Abe's Odyssey. They accepted a price to be on a streaming service. Right? On the PlayStation streaming service, I think it was.
Right.
And or something like that. But basically, I think they had like about 4 million downloads, and they were only expecting to sell about 100,000 units.
So the gamble of...
So they feel like
did they get paid per download, though?
They would have done, but like it's just because it's free. But then you could argue because it's free, more people downloaded it because they didn't buy it.
Well, sure. And the question is, like, did they get paid more for the...
No, they got paid. They would have made more money if they just sold it and had 4 million downloads.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit...
Well, no. Obviously, if they had sold it and gotten 4 million downloads, they would have made more money.
Yeah.
But we don't know if that... How much would they have made if they had only sold 100,000 as they projected?
No, I think that basically they made the wrong choice is the news story. It's like if they did... If what they were expecting...
But there's so many unknowns. I don't know if it's easy to say that.
That they were expecting to sell X amount and make this much money.
Right.
But then more people downloaded it than they thought. Right. But then you could argue, well, they only downloaded because they already paid for the service.
Right.
But
absolutely.
I think it was substantially more than they thought. So therefore, they probably come to the conclusion that actually this game would have sold better than we thought it would have, which means we would have made more money if we didn't stream it and we sold.
It's impossible to know. And the other thing that a streaming service gives you, besides a quote unquote free download, is it gives you visibility. Like you're gonna see about games on the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
A lot, even if you could get to it some other way for, Epic Game Store. Y'all have access to the free games on Epic Game Store, but you probably don't go looking on that the way you
have
do
to click
the Xbox
another
Games
thing.
Pass. Right, exactly. So what I'm saying
it.
is, like, that can help a company to sell its next game. So all these factors go into whether it's a good choice or not. Because yes, you're getting probably less money.
There might not be a next game though if they don't.
Well, that's also true. But you never know.
Anyway,
here's the thing I would say, just to finish off this conversation.
Still reading this fucking email, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm never going to be.
Had it not come out on Game Pass and it's 50 quid on Steam, I would not have played it for that amount.
No, but you're tight.
Well, you would have waited for a sale at least.
Yeah, I probably would have done. But I would have never played it for that amount of cash.
No, I'd have never played it if they paid me 50 quid.
No, if they paid you, you wouldn't play this game.
No.
I can't remember the last game I paid $60 for, to be honest. Like, it's been a really long time.
Yeah, I would never pay that.
Because the economy of scale on Steam has gotten to a point where I'm just... I mean, I have so many games I haven't played.
I was looking at my Steam library yesterday because I've got a confession to make. Duke, play the clip. I've got a confession.
Goodness, oh my goodness. Chinny has a confession. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Hey, kid, I want you to spill your guts. Tell us everything. Thing. Everything.
Okay, I'll talk.
God, that's a long sound clip.
It's a good sound clip.
No,
you don't. That's perfect.
I've reinstalled PUBG.
Oh. I knew you didn't even have to tell me, to be fair.
You haven't played it, though. That's the thing. I would have thought you'd have played it.
No, I reinstalled it because Fraser texted me
after
yesterday.
Last week, sure.
You'll be playing it.
Fraser texted me. He didn't even text me a word. He just texted me a parachute emoji. And I knew what it meant.
Oh, my God. We watched a documentary about emojis last night. It's fascinating. I'm so interested in it. And you knew exactly what it meant when he sent you that.
You know what? One of my
Did he mention that last week? I feel like he explained that they just put the
he did.
And then
Tara and I were talking about our favorite emojis today. It is the Seinfeld episode. Like we keep going around in circles.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, people. If you want to hear about video games, well, we're just.
By the way,
we were talking. We were talking about our favorite. My favorite one is Grimace.
Grimace.
So if you type in Grimace into,
emoji?
So Grimace is like the one with the teeth, but it's straight. It's like kind of like a grimace.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Grimace, Grimace.
Yeah, Grimace.
I thought you meant the dude from McDonald's. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So Tara's favorite is like the one where the lips are doing. Sorry, audio listeners, but kind of like this. It looks like a kiss, but without the kiss bit. So the lips are kind of pouting like. As if to say. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two. There's there's three.
Yeah.
There's the kiss alone. There's the anime eyes kiss, and then there's like red cheeks kiss.
No, there's one where there's no kiss. There's one with no kiss. It's
just
no
kiss.
There's one with a heart, and then there's like three others with no heart.
Yeah, so she likes that one because it's kind of like a kind of diva sort of you know, damn.
Oh, I got you, like a duck face pose.
Yeah, like a duck face
Well,
thing.
the Duchess and I end every text exchange with the kissy face with the heart. So.
Oh.
I kind of like.
Sorry, Stu. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I kind of like the geek one.
You like the geek one?
Oh, with the big glasses and the
big glasses and one tooth.
The one that I use a lot is the one where if you look, I don't know, like it's just a person going.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I
shrugging, like a shrug.
No, I don't.
I use the wacky face, like the rolling eyes and the tongue out at an angle. I like that one because that's often how I feel. Like things are going crazy. But this real quick, the documentary about emojis is fascinating because it was following some people who are suggesting new emojis, and they talk about the process. Every year they allow in like 10 or 20 new emojis.
Wow.
So this whole process, and they got one for this drink called mate.
Wow.
Which I had never heard of, but apparently there's an emoji for it because millions of people across South America drink this beverage, and it's like very important to their.
Are we going
identity.
out for one of these drinks sort of thing? I guess
it's even more ubiquitous than that. They were talking about like babies drink it.
What?
Like it's like a green tea of some kind. I don't know, but it's like and people drink it out of this very recognizable container. So it was just fascinating to me because I'd probably seen it but thought, whatever, that's a drink I've never had.
Yeah.
And but it's this big marker, and it also when they were making the movie, there was no hijab emoji. So they were following this woman who had filed a petition. We should have hijab, and they talked to the woman who proposed that you have skin tones for emojis because once upon a time it was all just yellow. And so this woman came along and said, hey, we should have some emojis that represent people like me. And they were like, yes, of course, you're right. And it's just, I find it fascinating.
There's new emojis being added all the time.
Yeah. And that's the Unicode Consortium makes the decision.
Wow.
It's so interesting. Like, and they talk about how people use it to make, because they were looking at the grammar of it and, here's Duke's time to shine. There's no verbs.
No.
All the emojis are nouns.
Nouns.
Yeah, but
all of them are.
Yeah, but that makes kind of sense because it's meant to just represent one thing, isn't it?
Right, but then the question is, how can it become a language? And the answer is, it can't unless
it isn't.
Well, but it is because people find ways to turn them into it.
For
instance, it is because Fraser was able to tell Chinny, you should play a specific video game with us right now by sending just one emoji.
Yeah, but that's because he associates it with it. It's just
right, but that's how language works. That's how language works. So the point is, people were using. There was no eye. There was no eyeball emoji the way there is now. Back in the day, so people use the up arrow for referring to me and the down arrow referring to you. So you could put up arrow and then the heart and then the down arrow, which meant I love you. And it's the way of adapting things and making things mean other things. Like you would never. They showed someone doing etiquette. There was a training for executives about etiquette with emojis, and they were like, "Which emoji should we not use?" And she said, "The eggplant." And everybody instantly knows eggplant means penis. Yeah. Right? That's just everywhere now.
Yeah, it is.
But there's no inherent reason why that should be the case. I mean, it looks like it.
Because the eggplant society.
The Eiffel Tower could mean penis.
The eggplant society kicked off.
Oh yeah.
But everybody just found it hilarious.
By the way,
anyway,
Bongo's done an interesting one because he's put the two hands together and he's is that for praying or high five? Now, interestingly, one of the sisters where I work, she sends me stuff on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And she uses that for pray because
I think it is pray because high five is like it goes.
Well, there's two hands up,
going.
Yeah.
So
but a lot of people use that one for high five though.
Yeah.
Because it could be it's
I suppose.
And the Unicode Consortium refuses certain things all the time. Like they will not allow any gods. So people keep trying to be like, where's the Jesus emoji? Where's the Jesus emoji? They're like, we're never going to make a Jesus emoji.
No, and that makes sense, I would have said.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've
Anyway,
scaled down the gun as well.
Anyway.
They used to have a really realistic gun, and now it's like a green little.
Yeah, it's a water gun now. Yeah, exactly.
Just to mention, by the way,
we're still reading the email. Yeah. Still reading the email. I want to see how many times we can deviate.
We're only 2 lines in. We're in 2 lines into his
Out of how many?
Oh, quite a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
wait a minute. Wait. SLH said that two hands together can mean bless you, like if someone sneezes.
Yeah. No. Like bless you as in, you know. Bless
Again,
you.
like praying, I guess, sort of more of a religious.
Oh, is
thing.
it twisting?
To make it mean something else. Yeah.
Remember
But
when
there is
lol?
a sneeze emoji.
Remember when lol used to mean lots of love, and like your mom was like, yeah, you know, the woman down the streets died, lol.
yeah, that has happened.
Well, that reminds me of Wyatt Cenac, the comedian, who said, whenever somebody types ROTFL, I know it means rolling on the floor laughing, but I like to think it stands for reaching out to fellow losers.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, there is more to this email.
Yes, email. Read it. Come on. What do you want me to play the jingle again? I'm not going to do it.
Oh, my God. Me and my kid did some Magic in
Meth.
Spelunky 2.
Oh. My kid and I.
We have so much fun
That
on that
shows, sorry,
one.
that shows the difference between Chinny and me. Me and my kid. Chinny finishes it with meth. I finish it with the grammar's incorrect. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a gem for sure. So there you go.
Spelunky 2. No, I never played
Spelunky
Spelunky
2,
1.
huh?
I don't care for Spelunky.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Sorry.
So then he says, Stu, Narco is getting praised over on Steam. We'll have a look at it, right? So I was like, huh. What is Narco? I thought that Narco, you know that
Drug
game
dealing
we
game, I
played?
assume.
That was a bit
Isn't that like the XCOM ripoff?
Well, that's what I thought, right?
Are you talking about Narcos, Rise of the Cartels?
Well, that's what I thought
That's
he
what I
meant, but
thought
that's
of.
not got great reviews, right?
Narco Strike?
I have no idea.
Narco
Because
Tycoon?
I can't see any games that's got like a good rating with Narco in the title.
Did you solve this fucking riddle or what?
I don't know.
Are you still confused?
I'm wondering.
That's a no, isn't it?
I'm
Did
wondering
you
if
solve
he
the
meant
problem? I don't know.
Which would
There's
make
no way
sense.
there's no way you could have solved it and not know. Like, it might have solved it.
I'm wondering.
Did you finish that jigsaw
for
puzzle?
God's
I don't know.
sake! I'm wondering, being Jason, whether it wouldn't be the game Narco Lolita. I'm just wondering.
I don't want to know what that is.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering. Some
I don't know.
hentai
Yeah.
game.
You know what? Once upon a time, because every once in a while I'll go on Steam and look at the new releases. Once upon a time, the stuff on there under new releases was like the stuff that you would want to know about. Now it's got like furry sex adventure. I'm like, what the fuck is this
really?
shit? Get it off. Jenny's like, I need to go back on Steam.
I need to click on Steam.
Speaking of which, what's free on Epic this week?
I don't know, but
Is
there
there more to
this
the email?
email.
Oh, is there an
No, go
email?
ahead.
Are we reading an email, Stu?
I think we might.
Oh.
Who's it from?
Oh God! I've
Should
been
I play
playing.
the jingle?
Oh God!
Go ahead.
I don't feel like. I feel like I'm just gonna read this.
Just
till
read the
end of
email,
time.
Stu. What's wrong
I'm
with
also trying to write an email, by the way, but I have made no progress on that.
I've
lately.
been playing 9/11. The
What?
film.
That's not a fun
9/11
game.
That's
Operator.
not funny, dude. It's not
No,
bad
911.
taste.
911.
911.
Are you talking about 911 operator?
Yeah.
Well, why not call it 911 operator?
Well, I don't know,
Not
because I'm
911.
fucking British, so I say 9/11. I didn't mean it that way until I
You
thought
understand
about
that most people have a different association with 9/11, right?
911, all right.
All right, go on.
I
Go
know
on.
you probably call it 11/9, but still.
The film The Guilty on Netflix is about a 911 operator.
Okay.
Have you seen The Guilty?
No.
I've watched the original of this, which was Danish.
Of course you have.
It
You've
came
always
out
watched
in
the fucking
2018.
original. I've read the original. Like, no one
And
gives a
it's-
fuck.
It's fucking way
It's
better
also
than that
he wants
shit.
to be able to talk about something. As
I've
soon
read
as
the
someone else
original
tries talking about
Shawshank
it.
Redemption.
Yeah, I have. Of course I
Oh,
have. I have
actually,
done that way
the
before it was even
book
a
of
movie.
the American Psycho is so much
Yeah, it's
better.
way better.
Hey, Stu, there's a
So
mountain
good.
climbing game for free on Epic.
I'll have a look.
He's already climbed the
Anyway,
mountain.
I've climbed lots of mountains. Anyway, I have actually climbed the mountain to the very summit. Anyway,
So have I.
that I know, so have I. All right. Mine was a lot bigger than yours.
You can't say,
I do
like,
know
I've
that's
done
true.
this thing, and then somebody else goes, well, I've done it, and then you
Yeah,
can't
but
say
yours
it
wasn't
again,
as hard.
well, I've done it,
So have I.
so have I. You
Mine
can't
was
do it
bigger.
again.
Mine was bigger than yours, though. Anyway,
I've been to space. I've been to space. Yeah, but I've been.
I've been a space to the moon. Anyway, anyway.
Are we still reading
See,
this
this looks
email?
like it could
I
be
have
fun,
no
but it's
idea.
like make sure your temperature doesn't drop too far. I'm like, well, who cares?
I loved
Right.
it so
Dangerous
much. I gave the
animals.
911 game a go. Not bad at all. You can download the map of the city or your own town, even.
Oh.
We've reached the point where Stu has to yell
Yeah,
the
just has to
email to be
shout
heard
it.
I
over
bought
us.
my kid a steering wheel for
ridiculous.
Forza and Dirt. I hate driving games in general, but the kid with the wheel kicks ass. It changes the game, takes him back to the arcade, you know?
Yeah.
I poisoned one of my
Okay.
targets in Hitman 3 and he didn't die. I call bullshit, but a great series for sure. I'm ready for some more Splinter Cell. I don't play shit games, but I'm glad you three and your guests do. Peace. Oh, and I heard Father Pill shat his pants last Easter at church. Is this true? That's Fraser. More. Jason.
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know anymore.
I hope he didn't. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope it's okay.
Well, thanks for that. I mean, we got a lot of mileage out of that email, Jason.
I don't know why it took so long to read that email, but we appreciate it.
Yeah. It's one of the more coherent of his emails over that.
It totally is.
That's weird.
I don't know. Anyway, we have got one speak pipe which I have sent to do.
We still do.
Oh, we have another email. Hello.
We do.
I sent an email.
Oh God, do we have to read that out?
No, but it's funny. I thought you'd like it.
Okay, just a minute. Let me find that. I've forgotten about that, to be honest. Yeah, Jude sent an email, and this is what he put. He put, "Oops, I sent this to the wrong address. No wonder it didn't make it onto the show last week. Also, I had no cell reception and in a mud field. Anyway, we can discuss on Sunday." So he says, "Help the Duchess drag me to a mud field where we're watching someone boil tree sap. See attached photos." I didn't read it because we've already spoken about this.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
But it's a funny email because that's what you would have gotten on the day of the recording last week if I had gotten it done right.
Were you meant to send naked pictures while we friends?
Oh God, did I send that? Oops, my bad. Whoa.
Anyway, let's have the bloody speak pipe.
Speak pipe.
Speak pipe. Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
Pissed Off Gamer Guy has sent us a speak pipe. What does it say? Let's find out together, shall we? Ready?
Yep.
It's 20 seconds.
Games just aren't that fun anymore, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I used to have so much fun in the past, you know? But now I just can't find anything to play, really. I think I'm just gonna get off the net, guys.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
Wow.
That is an incorrect username. You do not sound pissed off at all. You're tired and you're like...
sounds depressed.
Yeah, depressed gamer guy would be correct.
Depressed
pissed off.
gamer guy.
This is what it sounds like when you're pissed
that's what
off.
I was expecting.
Yeah, so you need to
I
be
was
pissed off if you're going to call yourself
shouty.
pissed
What
off.
I liked is that he did
we don't
the-
traffic in incorrect names around here.
I'll tell you what, you sound. No, actually, I've got a better one. I think that is disinterested gamer guy.
It's not got any zing to it though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Disinterested.
Well,
you know,
hey,
he's
if you're
like,
going to promise pissed off, you need to deliver pissed off.
I just can't be bothered. Oh, can't be bothered anymore, gamer guy. What about
That's too wordy. That's too wordy.
Unbothered gamer guy. Unbothered gamer guy. That's what you should call it.
Don't give a shit, gamer guy.
What I liked about that speak pop is that he did the USB disconnect noise at the end.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
good.
That was good.
Nice little touch.
I've no idea who that is.
I don't know, but he's right though. The video games have peaked.
I just paid bills and now I'm getting another one in my email inbox.
So
Of course you do.
I
That's what
realised that I
bills are doing.
peaked. That Tara took a photo of me when I was in LA, and it's the best photo of me I've ever had. So that's me peaked. Video games peaked 10 years ago. Stu, you peaked a long time ago. Duke's peaked. We've all peaked. And if you're in your 20s,
I read. Talking of peaking, I read a really interesting article the other day about pop stars, and that the average shelf life of a pop star is 3 years.
Yeah.
And then that's it. They're done.
They're done.
3 years and they're done.
Yeah.
And someone interviewed all these pop stars to find out what had happened since they were no longer famous. And it was kind of interesting. It was like, they got some quite big people like Bob Geldof.
Meth.
Like, interesting thing is an interesting thing for you, Chinny, about Bob Geldof, right?
He's Irish.
He
doesn't even know that it's Christmas anymore.
No, he doesn't. Well, whoa right there, Mr. Man. Whoa right there. Because
he doesn't.
He doesn't
know when it's Hanukkah. He doesn't know when it's Ramadan. He doesn't know when it's Easter.
He can't. he could. They had like loads of hit singles, right?
Yeah.
And then the last single they released or whatever album didn't do very well in the charts. Didn't really get played on Radio 1, and he was a bit pissed off and depressed. And he was literally sat at home watching the news, and obviously saw all the stuff about like Ethiopia and stuff on the telly.
Yeah.
And suddenly had like an inspiration to make himself relevant again. And that's how all that stuff came about. Yeah. Because he was sat at home and he was a bit feeling sorry for himself and didn't know how to be famous anymore because obviously it was
Wow.
like people had lost interest in him.
Yeah.
And went, fucking hell, I can do something.
I'll pretend to care about people in Africa.
Well, I don't think he
Well, yeah, but a
necessarily
lot of celebrities
pretended.
do
I
that.
don't think he's pretending, but I mean
I don't
that's
think
an
he-
egoistic impulse for
But
such an
all
important
celebrities do that though. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
definitely
true.
use that as a platform for becoming
yeah,
famous
exactly.
again.
The best celebrities.
Here's the Simpsons quote.
What goes up must come down.
Oh yeah, what about Bob Hope? He's been consistently
But
famous for 40 years.
Apart
But
from
the-
your age.
But like the best celebrities do it quietly. You know, they donate to charity and they visit kids in hospital quietly.
Yeah, sure.
So
Or they slap comedians on the Oscar stage.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that happens.
that happens as well.
Yeah.
Hey, there's no bad publicity, is there? Let's be honest.
Well, it's like
being a nonce is
KRS-One
pretty
said,
bad.
what's the point of being a recording artist at a recording company for a year or two if after that there's nothing really left for you? If your life is not a can of goo, then you're not a product.
There you go.
Hip hop is
Well,
me and
the
you.
other interesting one in this article was Dex's Midnight Runners that did come on
Yeah.
Eileen.
You
Come
haven't seen the
on,
last of
Eileen.
them.
Yeah.
Well, the guy from them was saying like, obviously it's played at every wedding disco.
Come on,
ever.
Eileen.
Come on, Ali. Oh, do, 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 do. And the lead singer of that, he said it got so bad because he started doing all this weird stuff that nobody wanted to listen to. And obviously they got dropped by the record label, everything bombed. And he was so destitute, he had to go and sign on the dole.
Yeah.
Right? Because obviously he couldn't get any money any other way. And he went to sign on the dole. And someone in the queue recognized him and started singing Come On Eileen and was trying to get him to join in. And he said, I stood there and thought, can things get any worse?
There you go. Well, it's also like on The Simpsons when Homer recommended to preserve the things you love, you get a tattoo.
Starland Vocal Band, they suck.
I feel like if any artist does more than 2 successful albums, they're like a legend. They're like,
Public
oh
Enemy,
my god,
man.
wow, how can they?
You know what the worst thing an artist can do, or a band, is start with an album that everybody fucking loves.
Yeah.
And it's
Well, that's
like
the
the
curse
best
of the
thing since,
sophomore
because how
curse.
the hell do you top that? If you start with something that everybody loves.
Tribe Called Quest did it.
Yeah.
I always think
see-
but a lot of people hate Coldplay, and I always think like they're like really consistently good.
I don't necessarily hate Coldplay, but Chris Martin is fucking shite live. He's such a terrible singer.
I've seen
couldn't
him
hold
live.
a note to
I was
save his
entertained.
life. He's just terrible though. He can't.
He ran
sing.
in the crowd. That was fun.
Yeah, he's entertaining in a weird sort of way. He's a weird.
He was
bloke
good
as
in
well.
extras.
What did he do in extras? I don't remember
He's
that.
he's doing some like charity thing, and he says, "Yeah, what is this shit? Yeah." And then he's got like a picture of his like a T-shirt, and it's his greatest hits, Coldplay greatest hits on his T-shirt. He says,
Nice. Oh, that's right. I
"Can we
remember
make
that.
sure we
Yeah,
get the T-shirt?"
yeah. Oh, every guest spot, man. That must have had so much fun because that's what like every person appearing there was like. What's the weirdest thing we can do?
Yeah. The
Like,
best
Kate
extras is
did
Kate Winslet. She's the best.
Kate Winslet, yeah. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So
if you haven't
here's-
seen extras out there, people, see it.
No,
No,
it's so
matter
good.
who you like, which
Yeah.
celebrity you like, they're on it, and they're doing an
Unfortunately-
amazing character. Sam Jack's the only person I feel like they wasted.
Yeah, they wasted
because he's
I-
just there.
I think they had him for like an hour though. So, but like
Yeah,
you
well,
see,
find some reason for him to yell motherfucker.
the best
Come on.
character in that whole series, and Duke won't get the joke, is Barry.
Barry
Is
from
Barry
EastEnders.
from EastEnders.
Yeah, yeah.
I got that sense that I was something else.
Yeah, he's like a loser soap opera.
Because he
soap
actually
opera.
he left the soap opera in real life,
Yeah.
and obviously in the show it's almost like his real character
Yeah.
because no one give him any work after he left. After
That's
he
his
left
assistant or
EastEnders.
something. Is that?
No, it's the
Steven's
actor
assistant.
that's
Yeah, it's
trying to-
Steven's
yeah.
assistant.
Steven's
Yeah,
assistant,
yeah.
But he's trying to get acting jobs all the time.
I remember Steve with the pen, with the woman
Oh,
who's
with the-
naked,
yeah.
and he's
That's
like,
the
"Look
Robert
at this!
De-
Look at this!"
That's the Robert De Niro.
Is it?
Yeah, episode because Robert De Niro at the end goes, "Can I have this pen?"
Yeah, right.
But
All right.
unfortunately,
are we talking
extras,
about games?
extras,
just before we move
extras
on.
is on BritBox now, not Netflix, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just before we move on though, final
There's got to
thing,
be some
right?
way for me to see it because I had the DVDs and someone borrowed them and never brought them back.
Talking about
Gotta be a way.
like artists who do really great albums and then can potentially do quite a lot after that. But do you remember any of them? Here's a question for you, Chinny.
Go on.
Duke obviously won't be able to do this. Oasis albums.
Yeah.
So first Oasis album. Do you remember what that was?
I don't remember. Well, I know definitely Maybe is probably the most famous.
Definitely
one, isn't it?
Maybe
Yeah.
is the first one they did. What came next? The biggest one they did.
No, if you said it, I'd be like, oh yeah.
What's the story? Morning
yeah,
Glory.
Of course, yeah.
Biggest away. What came next?
I don't know, but after that, there's like Don't Believe the Truth and Standing on the Shoulders of Giants and things like that.
Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, but that wasn't the next one. That wasn't.
No,
the
I
next
don't
album.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, the next one was Be Here Now. Does anyone remember that?
I sort of remember it, yeah.
Vaguely. I just
Standing
think,
on the Shoulders
like,
of Giants was a big flop, but Don't
Yeah.
Believe the Truth was the one they did in 2003 or something like that, and that was brilliant.
2005.
That was brilliant. Don't Believe the Truth was a brilliant album by Oasis. Fantastic.
Yeah, you see, I just think the first two albums were great. And
No,
after that,
Don't Believe the Truth has got some absolute brilliant songs.
I don't know, maybe I'll have to listen to it.
I love that album so much. I see all the Oasis stuff, like the early stuff. Is obviously it's it's iconic, isn't it? It's like 90s and stuff. But that 2005 album is I was addicted to it at the time, and I love it now. I still play songs from that album now.
There you go. Who knew? I think that's it. It's been a fucking mammoth show tonight, by the way.
Well, it wasn't, but I mean, we got done at a normal time, but we covered a lot of territory.
Yeah. We did. It's been a multimedia format show tonight.
It's been crazy. We covered a lot of stuff. It's great. So thank you, everybody, for listening. Are we ready for shout-outs?
I think we are.
Oh, okay.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
So tomorrow, Tara and I are having a movie day.
Oh,
what are you watching? So I want
Silence
to
of the
watch the latest Spider-Man movie.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And that's my only pick. Have you got a pick for me?
I'm assuming you're watching these legally.
Some of them.
Well,
there's a documentary about WeWork.
If there's
a
way you can watch them not legally and you haven't seen it, the new Batman movie is very good.
Yeah, I have access to that movie.
It's very, very good. Excellent, in fact.
I mean, we'll go to the cinema.
Yeah, just saying. It's very dark.
So you're recommending...
We saw a movie from...
Batman. I would recommend
We saw a movie from the Philippines at the Wisconsin Film Festival. It's not available on the internet in any way, shape, or form.
Good recommendation.
It's called Islands.
So,
hey, the new Matrix is good. Shut up, Bongo.
No,
have
it's
you got,
terrible.
Have you got a
watched that. It's so
recommendation,
terrible.
Duke, that's like realistic?
Something you could actually see. I'm trying to think about the last movie. See, we've been watching shows. We just got done with The Wire again.
We're watching Parks and Rec.
Gilded Age.
We're watching Parks and Rec, Duke.
Parks and Rec.
And I got to the
Is that
bit...
your first time through?
Yeah, I got to the bit where he goes, they call me the Duke, and I was like, oh, that's the same clip from the thing.
Oh, yeah, Duke Silver.
Yeah.
Oh, classic.
Oh, and the other one, Chinny, Boiling Point, of course.
Boiling Point.
Boiling Point is worth.
If you want more of the Duke, both my albums are for sale here. Smooth as Silver and Hi Ho Duke.
So,
I think you're still on season 2.
Yeah, so Chris Pratt is the best thing about it so far.
Oh, you haven't even gotten to the best because it really doesn't hit until season 3
No,
when
it's
Rob
starting
Lowe and Adam Scott show up.
Yeah, it's starting to like get its rhythm.
Hit its stride.
Yeah,
But you probably saw the Venezuela episode. Did you see that one?
Yes. Which
That's
is
the
great.
best one of the first 2 seasons. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fred Armisen, man, he can do no wrong. On
Well,
Brooklyn
we
Nine-Nine,
just saw
I just
him
started
in-
another Brooklyn Nine-Nine run through, and he's they're doing in the first episode, the pilot, they're doing door duty, and they go to him. He said, "What is your name, sir?" McClellan. How do you spell that? M-L-J Clay. Sorry, did you say Clay? Yes. The Clay is silent. Have you seen this man? He's like, "Thank you." And he takes the picture and locks the door.
He's in The Bubble, which is not a great movie, but we watched that and he's in The Bubble as well. He's the
so
director
good.
in it, yeah.
He did a stand-up special called like Drumming for Laughing or something like that. It's like Jokes for Drummers or something like that. And he's like playing a lot of instruments along the way.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. The Duchess
I've
was
seen
watching
it.
it, and I'm like, that doesn't sound funny. And she was like, it's okay. I was surprised because he's so good in everything
That was a
he
good
does.
pun. It doesn't sound funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you ever see Portlandia? Because he invented that, and that's a really good show. When you're done
No,
with Parks and
but
Rec,
you
might
need
wanna
to
watch
recommend a
Portlandia.
movie.
I don't have any movies to recommend.
I've
don't
seen
have
Whiplash.
a single movie.
Robin, I've seen Whiplash. 12 Angry Men, I haven't seen that, to be fair.
Oh, Whiplash
well,
is
that's classic.
amazing. I fucking love Whiplash.
This is why
That's such a great
I
film.
can't recommend movies to my family because I recommended Whiplash and they always like, meh.
You wouldn't like Quiz Show, but it's a movie I like to recommend because it's so good. Quiz Show is nothing but people talking about like what's right and what's wrong, and I know that's not your thing.
No,
But
not
it's a
really.
really good
I just prefer what's wrong.
You see, my most disappointing film I have ever seen, right? Which
What would you
everybody.
recommend that?
This is
lost
why I
their
need to use
shit about.
Letterbox because I don't remember what movies I've seen.
Lost
Sorry,
the
go
shit
ahead,
about
Stu.
was the Breakfast Club.
That's a good movie.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I watched it. I've seen it twice now, right? And both times I'm just like, it's boring. Nothing happens.
I like that movie.
Well, if
boring.
you look at it without listening to them talking, then I can see how you'd feel that way.
No, but even
then,
listening to them
they're
talking is
smashing windows
boring.
and smoking pot and dancing around at one point.
I don't know. I think it's a bit boring. It's an overrated film in my opinion.
Well, how would you propose that they show that these people from different parts of high
Don't
school
make
like
it at all.
Brilliant.
So far, I've got.
Wait a minute. You're not gonna like 12 Angry Men then if you had that attitude about
Yeah,
movies.
probably
It's
not.
just talking. That's all it is. Just boring.
Talking.
Overrated.
Bored.
Yeah.
Bored now. Anyway, talking of being bored, are we doing these shout outs? Anytime
Somebody
soon?
else go first. I'm trying to think of a movie I can recommend.
Right, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'm going to shout out SLH
Yay.
and also Cherry Scones, who've been listening to my trance mix this week and have given me very nice comments about it. So thank you very, very much.
Woo.
So there's mine.
Yeah.
So there you go. She even gave me, can I just say, she even gave me another Noble Order of the Transcendental Space Goat Award for it. She liked it that much.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
It's the highest accolade Susan gives for a mix of music.
Oh.
You know what, Chinny? Watch the Emoji Movie. There's nobody who won't relate to that because everybody uses emojis and they're fascinating. It's not called the Emoji Movie. That was a stupid movie.
I thought you meant the
I'm gonna find
animated
out what it was
movie then.
called.
I was like, what
I
are you
know, yeah,
talking
you'd
about?
love that, actually.
I'm talking about the documentary.
Sonic the Hedgehog. There you go. Watch that. Apparently, that's good.
It sold really well, didn't it? 2 Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, apparently
Can you
it's really good.
believe that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is Jim Carrey's best box office hit?
Wow.
Can you
I
believe
can't
that?
believe it, but I don't want to believe it.
I can't believe it.
Oh, it's on Hulu.
Susan's put excellent mixture in the chat, so I'll take that as well. By the way, I'm doing part 2 of that mix tomorrow, so there's more trance on its way. So there you go.
Yeah.
Bit of more trance, baby. Classic trance.
Thanks
Yeah,
for that.
138 people. There you go.
Okay, I don't have any shout-outs really, apart from Robin. And
Yeah, let's want to shout out Bongo. He's not been in the chat for ages.
It's called The Emoji Story. It's on Hulu.
Emoji
What? You don't have access to Hulu, or it's different in the UK? You can't see
No.
it? I'm sorry.
We don't have Hulu.
Shout out to
Never mind.
Batch Gaming, shout out to Rainy Lamb, shout out to Antonio, shout out to Big Hoss 89, Ian Williams,
Yeah.
James Bevan, Susan, of course, and Robin.
Her. Thank you, Bongo. Chinny, have you seen Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her. What a film.
Have you seen Ex Machina?
No.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. There
Really
it
good
is.
film.
That's the one, man. Ex
great.
Machina is kind of like Her. They both came out in the same year. It's really crazy.
I can't believe you've not seen Ex Machina. That's crazy.
But whereas Her is a love story, kind of. Ex Machina is like a psychological thriller.
Yeah, it's
that deals
definitely
with
not
a lot
a
of the
love
same
story.
territory. It's really good. You'll like it.
Is that by Alex
Natalie
Garland?
Portman.
Did Alex Garland make that? Didn't he? I think.
I don't know.
I think it was Alex Garland. I think.
I hated,
right, my shout-outs
I hated Lost in Translation. I hated
I
it
did too. That movie sucks.
so much.
I
Don't
like
watch
that movie.
No.
I've also not seen Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
that's
I've
good.
got another shout out. I nearly forgot. I've got a shout out, and this is off Twitter as well, because Pillow has given me a game recommendation to play, which is Lost in Random. He said, "Give Lost in Random," or it could be a girl, or a boy.
I thought it
I
was
guess.
Natalie
Pillow.
Portman. That's not Natalie Portman. Who's Alicia Vikander?
So
in
there
Ex
you go.
Machina? She looks a lot like Natalie Portman.
Yeah, she does.
Anyway, my shout outs. Tim Kelly has UK bird shit. I don't remember what that is, but also shout out to Rich Webster because he fluffed my pillows. Stop making me laugh, Bongo. I had a problem with my blog recently, which that's not even a thing. People don't even have blogs, but I still have one.
What's a
And
blog?
I needed to get to it this week, and suddenly it said something went wrong. This page not available. Like everything I tried to get to in my blog. And the reason that was a big problem is because I log in to my blog through my main page of my blog. Like there's a link that says log in here. So I was like, shit, what am I supposed to do? So the guy who originally helped me set up my blog, who's on to other things, he's not my tech support person, But he kind of is because he knows about this stuff. I contacted him. I was like, what am I supposed to do? But I didn't know when I would hear back from him. So I was like, who else do I know that knows about WordPress? I was like, Richard Webster.
Richard Webster.
Now, look, I like Rich. We've played games. We've talked. We met in person, obviously, in Manchester. I interviewed him for the Sincast, but I hate the thought that, like, I'm going to talk to someone just because I have a coding problem. You know what I mean? But it's really nice to have someone you can trust that you can go to. Like, if somebody needs help proofreading something, they know they can come to me. And I won't feel bad, in case you're worrying, like I was worried about Rich. If you just come to me being like, hey, Duke, I haven't talked to you in 3 years, but would you proofread something for me? Like, that's totally cool. I just think it's really one of the best things about having people in your life is that if you have a specific
what can
need,
I do
you can
that
go
would
to
be
them.
useful?
If I need something mixed in as two trance songs, and I'm like, how do these go together? I know I can go to Stu and be
I've
like,
got
hey,
nothing.
You can. I can tell you where to mix them in and out.
I should learn to code. You're right, Bongo, but I'm not.
I've got
could tell you
nothing.
that.
I'm not useful to anyone.
I can
Video
tell you how
editing,
to
dumbass.
balance your EQs, Duke, so it sounds smooth.
Eh.
To use
I
some of
don't-
the effects, how to do
when,
a backspin
when have you ever heard me make
transition.
music that has to do with balanced EQ? I want bass all the way up and treble all the way down.
Yeah, but when you're mixing, you want those to be sort of as seamless as
Oh,
possible.
no, I
don't
don't.
always do it.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, you
Didn't
do.
you ever hear the first song I ever made?
No.
It was the remix of the song Spider by They Might Be Giants.
Okay.
Wait, I'll find it. Hang on.
Oh,
here we
God.
go. Yeah, here it is.
There we go.
Moderate rock.
That's a sample from Nirvana right there. Yeah, that's
Don't
the
play
song
another
Spider, but-
second of it.
I don't think you'll even get a copyright strike for that, Chinny, because it made no sense to me.
I'm not even going to pretend to like it.
Oh,
You shouldn't. It was designed to be horrible.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because that's what people want to listen to, of course.
Good.
Well, no, that's what I had in my soul.
Oh my God.
Nelson Algren said no book was worth the writing that wasn't done with the attitude of this ain't what you rung for, Jack, but it's what you're damn well getting. That's a good name for a book. I
Yeah,
should
dude,
call
you
it.
should-
No,
you should do that.
Duke, have you ever thought you know too much?
No.
Well, I'm
do you
telling
know?
you.
I
you know
know
what?
a great amount. The question is, do I use it wisely? And the answer to that is no.
You know the movie being John Malkovich?
Malkovich.
I would hate to be in Duke's
Being Eric Piotrowski. Hey.
Oh my God. It would be chaos in there.
Why do you think I wake up at 3 a.m. every day?
It'd be absolute fucking madness.
Yeah, that's why the
between his
music has to be absolute madness to show you what's going on in here,
It would
baby.
be
That and the
constant-
cartoon I made. I made a webcomic.
constant
Shout out to
noise.
everybody who read my
Jeez.
webcomic.
Will this show
My webcomic.
ever end?
I don't think it's happening. Oh. I think we're done. Are we done?
I take it you didn't see my webcomic.
No, I
it's
didn't
great.
see it.
No. Can you do the outro music, please, now?
Only if Chinny puts the webcomic.
Where
up on
is
It's
it?
got Skyrim in it.
Where is it?
Here, I'll send you a link.
Please send
Open
me the
image
link.
in new tab.
do I
I'll
do it?
do it through this.
There are still people listening live, which is amazing.
I don't know.
Well, they're not going to tune out for any reason then. They're not going anywhere. We can take them for granted.
I mean, yeah.
Did you get it, Chinny?
I've got
You
it.
got
I'm
it?
working on it.
Please
Give me
put
a-
it on.
Okay, in that case,
Please.
I'll play the outro music.
Please.
I love how when Stu's going on and on about, well, I watched Shawshank Redemption and blah, 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 blah. That's fine. But as soon as I'm trying to talk about, and every week when he talks about his mixes, that's okay. But when I talk about my webcomic, play the music, come on. That's some nerd. There you go. It's got Skyrim. There, it's Whiterun in the bottom left.
You know what? To be fair, Duke, I do kind of like the big eyes. That does look kind of
Thank
funny.
you. I was very proud of that frame.
It's quite good.
It's no
quite
good
good.
story. It's a stupid story, but it's as it says, it's a proof of concept. So I proved that concept. I may do more, and I may start working on a graphic novel soon.
Oh no.
The problem with the graphic novel is that, as you can see from this, the only backgrounds I have are things I pirated from other people, or
I can
like
tell
very
that.
basic gradients.
Colors, just colors.
Right. So if I'm going to make a graphic novel, that's not going to cut it. So the question is, am I going to learn how to draw like backgrounds and spend the time on it, or am I gonna just put it out for free on the internet anyway?
Don't worry, I've got you covered, Duke. Right, I can do some in Vermilion on my VR headset, and I'll just send them over to you.
No,
you tell me what you want, mate. I will sort it out.
If I'm gonna do it for free on the internet, I could just take pictures off the internet.
Yeah, but if you do it with me, it's not copyrightable then, so you'll be fine.
But you're not gonna paint every background I need. That would take.
You just tell me what you want, man. I'm up for it. I'm not
need
saying they're
6
going to be
images
good.
I need 6 images of someone's office in
I could do
different
that.
POVs.
I could do that. Not a problem.
need it
It
by
might
next
look
week.
shit.
No
Might
problem.
look shit, but it'll be
There,
fine.
there you go. Now we got the real problem. Ding, 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 ding.
It could look
No
terrible,
offense.
but it'll be
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Got any grapes?
They
Classic.
won't be looking at the background anyway. They'll be looking at the foreground.
Well, then I don't
Background
need to
don't
buy. I just put colors as the background then.
It'll be fine.
Like I did here.
Be fine.
It'll be fine.
Do you know, there's a million things we could call this show, and I can't think of any of them now.
I've already named it.
Oh, have you? Have you put it in the
Meaningless
show notes?
bullshit.
It's the Seinfeld episode.
No, that sounds a bit terrible. We could have had so many better titles than that, surely.
How about your mum? How about that?
How about fucking the Eiffel Tower?
Yes, there you go. Sex with the Eiffel Tower. There you
No,
go.
no, that's not what I said.
I can't put that
No,
as a
what
title.
about-
on
Why
iTunes.
not?
What about Bridge Fucker?
What about
about
what's
fucking
the actual
fucker?
what's the scientific name for the Eiffel Tower thing? Something
man, don't make me
philia.
look that up again.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Put it in the show notes.
Google's gonna think you're into weird shit, dude.
Erica Eiffel. It already knows I'm into weird shit.
Yeah, put whatever the actual
well, it's just called
scientific
object
name.
sexuality, but
No, there was a philia or whatever.
I know.
it was.
Object sexuality.
Because people will be like, what does that mean? And look
Objectophilia.
it up.
It's called Objectophilia.
Just put it in how it's spelled in the show notes. Copy and paste it. And
Object.
that'll be the title.
You know how to spell object?
Yes, and then an O, is it? Letter O?
I got it.
Philia.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got
Oh,
it. I got it.
philia.
Yes, don't worry. It's going in.
Like the woman that Hamlet loves, except with an I instead of an E.
Done. It's
Done.
in the show
Shakespeare
notes.
joke. Heyo.
I think that's
That's-
the
I
end
like
of the
that
show.
title.
I stopped the recording. There you go. Yeah.
Nelson's Willie. There you go. Bongos giving us a title.
That's good. Here, wait. That's a perfect opportunity to play this. Get it, Nelson?
Right.
All right, y'all. Thank you for
Oh, by the way,
listening.
Duke, I noticed you gave my trance mix a listen. Thank you very much for that.
I did. It was a good mix.
It is a good mix. There's some
See that you
classics
saw
on
my,
there.
web comic and like. Oh wait, no, you didn't.
I like your webcomic. It's great. I just said that. I just said that. Didn't I?
All right. Have a good week,
I
y'all.
said I like your webcomic.
Goodbye, everyone.
So, right. See you all next week. Oh, man. Right. I'm going to go and leave you. God, that was an enormous show.
Massive.
It was massive.
Now, but if he can still hear us, I haven't done them, so
No, you've not. No.
I also haven't done my
There is-
honeymoon video,
And there isn't one this year. It's already been, hasn't it? It's been done. There's none later on in the year.
Well, there was a somebody who works for me went to a gaming conference at the Tobacco Docks,
All right, yeah, where we went.
and it's the WASD conference, like WASD.
Oh, okay.
And I looked at the branding, and I looked at where it was, and it's definitely the same company that does the EGX Resd.
That's funny.
So it's basically EGX Resd with a different paint.
Right.
Because all the branding was the same and everything, and you could just
Right.
tell. You was like, this is exactly the same. And it's the same time that EGX Res would be. So I think they renamed Res to WASD.
But EGX has been, hasn't it? The normal one. It's already been, hasn't it? It was at Birmingham.
What, last year?
No, this year.
Why would it be gone? It's usually in October, isn't it?
I know. Nobody's been. I'm almost sure it's been.
I don't know.
Let me have a look.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait for the next thing, I suppose.
I know, yeah. Let's have a look. I'm having a look now. I'm trying to bloody find it.
Good night, Ian.
Yeah, good night, Ian. I fucking no idea now. I can't find anything on Facebook page. It's saying on here, 22nd to 25th of September, apparently.
I don't know.
But I'm almost sure it's already they've moved it. Let me have a look. Oh, wait a minute. It's right. Okay. It was EGX Birmingham was March this year, but that's what was normally resed.
Well, this WASD thing looked like res as well.
Yeah.
That was a tobacco dog.
So it was March the 3rd to the 5th. It was this year, but the EGX London is now on 22nd to the 25th
of
this year, apparently.
Of
September, sorry. Yeah, because it's early, because it's always a bit. They did it October half term, didn't they? The last time it was on. But now it's back in September again. Apparently.
Maybe should we go? I don't know.
I don't know.
Is there any games?
No. There isn't any games. What the hell?
Maybe next week we should put the vibes.
Well, we've already put vibes out about having a meetup, haven't we, in the summer?
Yeah.
And people seem to be keen for that.
I don't think anybody cares about COVID anymore, do they?
Well, I've still not had it, so I kind of care.
Yeah, but you're hard, aren't you?
Never had it.
Yeah, but you're hard. You never get.
Well, maybe.
You
I don't know.
About, oh, never ill.
Well, I am very rarely ever ill, as you know. I've been off work twice in my whole career.
Maybe you have had it, and you're just that hard.
Maybe I just didn't get any symptoms at all. Literally, no.
Some people don't.
It didn't even show up because I'm so hard.
Some people don't.
But yeah, I never get ill. I don't do ill.
I've had it. It's great.
Yeah, I know you've had it. I don't want it. None of us have had it still. Millie's never had it. Kay's never had it. Adam, my boyfriend's never had it. We are the never had it family.
Careful what you
And at work, there are 5 of us out of the whole staff who haven't had it.
How many staff is there?
About 30 odd. 30 odd, 40 staff. So there's literally just 5 people in the whole of the building who've never had it. And I'm one of them.
Right, I'm going to stop the stream.
We're a dying breed.
Say bye to the stream.
Bye, stream.